Hey everybody, welcome to Home Before Dark. I am Tim. This is Kevin Bradley.
Yo.
And we are live from Second Self Beer Company over on Marietta, or off Chattanooga Street in west side of Atlanta.
Yeah.
We are with Terminus Legion, and their El Presidente is sitting down with us right now, Austin Long. Austin, how are you, man?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Got to get up on that guy.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Radio etiquette.
Yeah.
This is our second time out here supporting a great cause with Terminus Legion, Second Self Brewery for Soccer in the Streets. Poker tournament. We got a 3 table set up. We have CK over there setting up all the tables.
Yeah, he should be coming over here soon.
The pit boss going to take his top, take a little off the top, going and grabbing all the earnings. Anyway, like I said, we're joined by Austin Long. Thanks for having us out here. We really appreciate all that you guys do for us in terms of letting us come out and just be idiots and record and hopefully help spread the word about what you guys are doing.
Absolutely. You guys have been, great advocates on the podcast and mostly for them kids. And,
hashtag mostly for them kids. Yeah.
So you've been promoting the events and
maybe a little bit too much. I heard that I tweeted it too much. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think that's fair that Tim gets to put out the Snapchat filter with his face and I don't get to have any of it.
But
yeah, so we got a lot of cool festivities. I mean, aside from the poker tournament, there's going to be a watch party for the Super Bowl and raffle.
Yep.
For the people maybe new to this, I mean, we're picking up fans in the Atlanta United community over and over every day, and I'm sure you guys are seeing that with Terminus Legion membership going up and up and up and up. For the people who aren't aware, talk about what we're doing here in terms of what Soccer in the Streets provides for this community. What else you guys are doing in terms of the raffles and that sort of thing?
Right. So Terminus Legion focuses on support, service, and community. So this is kind of hitting a couple different things. The service aspect. So all the money we raised today from the poker tournament and the raffle goes to Soccer in the Streets. So we raised over $5,000 for them this last year. And we try to volunteer at their events and whatnot and bring awareness to what they do, which is to bring the beautiful game to kids who maybe don't have it or they don't have anything else. Station soccer has been this huge thing over the last 18 months and has really provided access. It really actualizes what Soccer in the Streets wants to do, and we're just trying to support that. So, that's, and then the community aspects. We'll have Terminus Legion people come in here, in and out all day. And so usually when we did last time, we actually did all 3, and we did a support. So we did a watch party, so we were kind of able to do all 3 things at the same time. So tonight's watching the big game, as it were.
Sorry, I'm gonna get an FCC fine for saying that.
You definitely are. And you can pay it too.
My social media coordinator yelled at me several times until I got it right. So he's trained me, so I say the big game. But yeah, today's just hanging out all day. People, after the Columbus game and people crying in their beers and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Elaine and I withdrawal. I mean,
Tim was one of those people.
Yeah. So September, when we're seeing each other and getting hammered every 3 days, and then that goes away.
No, it doesn't.
Cold turkey. Well,
not for me. It does.
It's just different reasons now.
But so starting the first. So we had our year-end event map, and then we've already heard Terminalia. We've had this. We did painting with a twist.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we're just trying to get people together. Whether it's 2 people, 100 people, and get ready for the season.
So you guys partner with Second Self on a lot of this stuff, right? You do a lot of stuff out here. I mean, it seems like they've been kind of instrumental too in some of this, right?
They've been an awesome sponsor. They do all the beer for our tailgates. They host us for watch parties, these sorts of things. We now have all of our meetings here.
That's perfect.
There's a conference room, so we go over there. We're able to have a space where we can have a beer or 2 and get some business done. But they've been awesome hosts. Carly's the tasting room manager. She does an awesome job, and they've just been great sponsors, and we can't thank them enough.
So if you had to pick one Second Self brew as your top, what would it be?
I'm a big citrus IPA guy.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of a beer weenie. I'm not the mole
supporter.
Yeah. I can have one of those.
Yeah.
They have that velveteen or the velvet beer thing.
I don't remember that one.
So it's like a dessert. It's actually quite good, but I can't drink it.
And then they've got the new Triforce, right?
And the new Triforce is awesome. We were here for that event too, that launch, and it's really good. Some of us were out here. They did a co-brew with Urban Cidery up the street.
That's cool. That's cool.
And that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's It's, I guess Jason explained to me, it's a beer for cider drinkers and a cider for beer drinkers.
Perfect.
Interesting. Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah. They I'm not a drinker, but the Triforce, I brought it home because I came over. You guys were doing your it was a board member meeting, right? So and I picked up a 6-pack, brought it home for Angie, my girlfriend, and it was gone after like a week probably. It was and
awesome.
she's not like a straight IPA drinker either.
Yeah.
So
that's the good thing about these events is even if you're not a member, I mean, because this isn't exclusive just to Terminus Legion members, correct? I mean,
Correct,
it's
correct.
raising money for soccer in the streets.
Yeah. So all of our events so far this year have been open to all Atlanta United fans.
Right.
We want to build a community. We want to get to know you. You get to know us. And we just want to build. We don't want Nashville to be the first thing. Like that was our goal. Like we want momentum. Like people are already, do a flag or a banner today.
Absolutely.
Be ready because March 3rd is going to be here before we know it, and we want to be ready.
Yeah. How excited are you, man?
I'm not, because of what I'm doing, I'm not as excited. I'll be honest. Someone asked me that before, and I'm like, I'm kind of in go mode.
Right.
I got kind of
really
vision,
ramping up.
And like after the first couple games and we get our feet back underneath us and we start doing our thing again, I can relax. The
scale of what you're doing is so far above what we're doing, obviously. But even for us, I mean, you're absolutely right. Because like you said, from September until about a month ago, it was kind of a lull for Atlanta United involvement. Right. And aside from keeping up with Twitter news and updates and Barco Watch, there wasn't much going on. And it does take a little while to kind of get your bearings. And I think last year was a real awareness from my end of just how long that season can be. I mean, by the end of it, I think we were all pretty exhausted. So.
Yeah, and, it was compounded by the September stretch, right?
Yes, so, absolutely.
It's just once we get going, but if you have my goal is to have everything in place so that we got off to a good start and then we just fine tune. Last year we had to figure out the varsity, right? And we finally figured it out.
And then as soon as you do,
we moved.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when we figure this out, we're going to move to the backyard. So
so when is that supposed to be completed? Do you guys have they been keeping you guys in a loop on any of that? Or?
They say it's we have a sort of the backyard is in play, but they have not committed to anything, which is smart on their part based on the Mercedes-Benz schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm negative Nancy, so I don't think we'll see it till 2019.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't go downtown all that often, but they're still cleaning up the Georgia Dome rubble, right? Yeah, so...
Well, they had to go back and do a partial explosion after the fiasco of the first. So, yeah, I think you're probably on target with that 2019
I think compared to the Silver Dome fiasco might be a little harsh.
Yeah, that's true.
Only one wall didn't fall down, not the entire...
That's true.
That's
true.
Yeah, that was... total letdown for stadium implosion voyeur. The fans of those events. Speaking of that implosion event with the Georgia Dome, the painting with the twist. Whose painting was that?
Domer did that.
Domer, that was beautiful.
So we're sitting there, and Jay did AT Alien as his soccer ball moon thing,
right?
And then Lucas did she did the little plane with a cheetah.
The cheetah with your ticket stub.
With your ticket stub.
Yeah.
And then there was a blood moon, and then one lady had like a Stranger Things vibe happening. She was very artistic. And then Carlos actually drew the 2018 soccer ball as his soccer ball. He had to take it home and use like a pencil or some sort of X-Acto and scrape the paint.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing. It's really amazing. So, but anyway, Domer did the bus, and he spent, a lot of time on that. It's hilarious.
So what's the deal? Are you guys keeping those? You guys...
Yeah. So everyone who came got to keep theirs. It's just like I've done it several times, and so we, my wife and I hang up ours around the house. And so it's just something fun to do. Mercedes-Benz Stadium made a lot of sense. They're open to doing whatever. So I've had a couple of European club support groups reach out to me like, hey, can we do our stadium? So I said, just reach out to the Alpharetta Paint with Twist really cool. And have your own private event and do, Old Trafford, Highbury,
Anfield.
You could do a home before dark one of those.
We could do, Anfield, and we could go set on fire in the parking lot.
That's what Victor Wanyama just did. It's 1-1 right now, and I'm pretty disappointed. I figured that game is probably going to end in a draw anyway. No, I don't know how you keep up with it, man. You guys have so much going on, being the head of the snake, as it were.
Well, you were talking about Barco Watch, right? So I was very anti-Barco Watch, and I was giving Jay Riddle a lot of crap because I was like,
good for you. I'm glad you did that.
Who's Barco, and when is he here yet? What's happening? So my real tweet was, I'm really disappointed the Atlanta United front office isn't doing anything. I heard there's this guy in Argentina who's pretty good. Why don't we do something about that? Like Barco, Escobar, the whole Carmona saga.
Yeah.
I listen to you guys. I listen to Mouths of the South. I listen to Soccer Down Here, and I just sort of take it in. I'm not doing the deep dive. I'm not watching the technical highlights. I'm not breaking down transfer market.
To be fair, I do that minutes before every show because I'm the same way. I can't keep up with all of the ifs, maybes, what ifs. I can't do it.
So I'm like, for me, until they're holding shirts, right? I don't care. And until the first game, like the first game, March 3rd, I don't really care. Right. And then I can start forming opinions.
Yeah, that's what I got a lot of crap from Rob Usry from Dirty South Soccer because I had tweeted out after we signed Escobar, it seemed like nobody cared, and all they cared about was the Barco thing. I was like, I'm more excited for a player we have right now than rumors of a player that may not come, and he gave me hell for it. But I completely understand your sentiment because that's one of the things watching English or European soccer for so long. Dude, during the transfer window, there are like 10 different rumors pop up every day. You kind of just take them all with a grain of salt.
So as a Manchester United fan, right? So Sanchez watch or whatever we're doing, I'm like, I don't care. If they sign him, fine. But until he's playing on the team, I don't care because, and so they're going to bring, Ibrahimovic to LA. We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if it happens, awesome. But life moves on, and until I turn on the TV at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, I don't care.
And there's so many more exciting transfers that are actually happening with young players coming into MLS. We talked about it off show, and actually probably last week too. I love Ibra. I mean, he's one of my favorite players of all time. But at the same time, like you said, he's not actually in the league.
Come on in here, CK. We got you a mic and a pair of headsets right there.
He'll end up bringing in with him some, marketing pull. I mean, he's going to bring in shirt sales. He's going to bring in viewership. But at the same time, there's so many of these young South American players that are coming in for Orlando, for us, for New York City, for LAFC, for a couple different teams. And we're too focused on the 36-year-old guy that's coming in. We got CK Lopez, the mastermind behind the poker tournament, sitting with us.
He almost forgot about us.
Again, so I admit to that. I apologize.
Exactly.
I'm trying to run once we get in here, it gets kind of nutty.
I know, and we figured it would be that way. So thanks for stopping by at least.
No, hey, thanks for coming out and helping us, promote the event. We really appreciate it, and I know Soccer in the Streets will appreciate it. That's really what it's about at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So yeah, what are your? We're just talking about expectations for the season, getting hype, ramping up. First preseason game next Saturday. What are your thoughts?
I can't wait to go.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the weather, and I feel like
really, you think so?
Well, or freezing rain, which I think would be worse.
Ooh, I did not realize that was a possibility.
I've got the all-weather gear.
I feel like Austin may have made the right decision in not going.
That's okay. We will keep him up to date.
The hot chicken will keep us warm, though, so we'll be in good shape. Yeah.
What are you doing before the game? Because we're going to be doing a hot chicken.
We're doing
Prince's Hot Chicken.
We're doing a pre-game at Prince's Hot Chicken before the pregame.
Hey, if you're inviting me, I will show up.
We're inviting any and everybody. Okay. You're top of the list now.
I will do this. I will do that. I
think Austin might be reconsidering going now.
I don't know how long I'll last. I don't know, but we'll make it work.
Just want to start soaking up anything with battered hot sauce chicken breading.
Everything about that says the South.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, speaking of which, I mean, we have a year until we actually have another Southern team that we're going to be able to play.
Yes, we do.
What is what's the timeline for Miami? Do we know?
2020, they're going to play in the temporary home, and then 2021, they're supposed to be in the new stadium. I'm pretty sure is how that goes.
Okay.
So 2030.
2030. Yeah, exactly.
Based on what,
Right.
Again, going back to the I don't believe it till I see it. So for me, David Beckham, Miami Vice United, until they actually take the field, I will not believe that.
Dude, so that would be badass if their name was just not even United or FC or SC, it was just Miami Vice.
I love it. That'd be great.
That is what they should do.
Instead of doing like a blackout or a whiteout with whenever they're supplying people, they give them turquoise tank top or turquoise shirts.
I don't know if you guys remember when LAFC was trying to do their branding, they did a poll, right? So what should our colors be? And someone wrote in pink, right? It's like shitting on them, but no, a team should totally own pink. It could be Miami, it could be LA. I mean, we're talking Palermo, we're talking teams around the world. You own that. No, there's going to be no kit conflict. There's going to be, like, when you see pink, it's you. Whether it's, regardless of the cause it's associated with,
Right.
you will own that color. I mean, say what you want about Orlando, but they own purple in a way that teams don't get to own colors in MLS.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a very good point.
Everybody's red.
Because everybody picks primary colors. Yeah, so when you're a little off base.
That's why I'm psyched for the peach kit. I want to see more peach in the Atlanta United gear.
But Miami Vice, I think that's great. And I think they should have, Pez dispensers, the little dip they should have the straws with the sugar. Oh, we should just go all out with this. If I was marketing
straws with sugar, you mean pixie sticks?
Yeah, those things. There you go.
Smarties.
See what I'm saying? Just lay lines out. I mean, it'd be great.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
I mean, Robbie Fowler owns that celebration though, so we have to get.
God himself.
Allegedly.
I mean, if they dub themselves a party club, maybe Kyle Larin will come back. Just play for another Florida team instead.
Are we planning any TIFO stuff around? Well, I guess we can't now because of Kyle Larin's finally gone. I was disappointed we never did the DUI thunderclap. There's so much to it. Or like 0.08 or something like that. Like we could have.
Yeah. I mean, we could say he fled the country now.
Yeah, that's
true.
very true.
He did.
Does Turkey have extradition?
No.
Just a giant TIFO of Kyle Larin riding an actual turkey.
We'll trade you Ennis Cantor for Kyle Larin.
There you
We'll
go.
get him back. Yeah, give you the enemy of the state for Turkey, and we'll bring him back. So Nashville, what do you guys? Obviously, we're not going to see Tito, which sucks.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's preseason.
Or something or another.
It was abductor with a B, not a D. Yeah.
Abductor.
So side of the leg, I guess.
Yeah.
The way he runs, man. The way he runs on a rail. I'm surprised it's not the first time this has happened to him, but. What are you guys expecting in terms of lineups? You guys expecting to see Carlton and Goslin at all up in Nashville?
I think we'll see a lot of that. And I think we might even see Brendan Vasquez, assuming that he's ready to go. And just because you want to have the time. But I think you'll see some of the first line because you're going to want to see how Nagby is with other players. Nobody's saying they're going to be out there for, even 30 minutes. But but you want to see how is he going to handle in the middle of the field? What's Miggy going to do and pick up and run? Because everything's different in a game. You can practice all you want.
Right.
Everything's faster in a game.
Right.
Everybody moves quicker, even when it's just a game that you don't have to win.
Absolutely.
And they're going to want to show that and probably a little bit of Barco, I would think, as well, because you want to see how did those three, I would think, in my opinion, how did those three act together on a field?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's going to be interesting to see how Carlton plays against Nashville, right? Because, I mean, it's a team that he's going to be going up against this season, probably playing for Atlanta United 2. How disappointed were you guys in the Atlanta United 2 name announcement? They did a great job with the branding and the logo and everything, I think.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, how disappointing was it?
I mean,
that's a separate podcast for me.
Yeah.
I didn't like
it.
For
me, I don't know which majority, minority. Like, you look at everything Atlanta United's done. I don't know why people thought they were going to go off script for this.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
That seems to be. I mean, there's really only two opinions to have. Either I don't see what you expected, or it's totally.
I liked my name. I thought, let's give homage to the reason why these players are here and just call them Tata's new boys.
Yeah, I like that. I still am very partial to my own Locomotive Gwinnett or Locomotive Atlanta to stick with the Locomotive Moscow logo even has an A in it, so.
That could work.
Yeah,
it could have,
and it could have. Yeah,
but not now.
I don't know, with all the stuff going on with Russia,
as much progress as soccer's made in this country in the last 20 to 30 years, no one gets that. And that's who they're like. No one's got. You're gonna talk to little Susie, say we're going to a Locomotive game, and she's gonna look at you like, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
So that's a very niche. That's something you have fun with it, like to the NPSL level where you can sort of.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
That's like the
Montgomery Biscuits, right?
I mean, SKC does it, right? With their USL team, they do Swope Park Rangers, akin to the Queens Park Rangers. So Vasquez, I think, is an interesting one to see because you're right. I mean, he had a nasty hamstring injury to end the year. Whether or not he comes back, and he's in training, it looks. I mean, I'm very much hopeful that he's going to be in that. What about you, Austin? Anything you're looking for in Nashville?
So for me, Nashville will be very similar to Chattanooga. Mostly the Stars played the first half. They do a straight swap second half. I mean, Carlton looked great the second half of the game in Chattanooga last year. I imagine you see a lot of that. Some of the younger players, same sort of thing. A secondary goalkeeper, maybe Hildebrandt plays the second half, stuff like that. I'm not expecting too much.
So I think just like the Atlanta 2 perspective, preseason comes with a lot of different connotations too, where some people put a little bit more stock into performance in preseason. Some say, it's preseason, it doesn't matter. What are you guys' thoughts on preseason games in general?
I think it matters for finding the chemistry in the lineup. That's exactly what. Who cares if you win? That's a moot point. We don't care.
Right.
Yeah, especially the national game, right? Charleston will be a little bit different. You saw them try different pairings in Charleston. I think the first game was Tito and Kenwin Jones up top.
Yeah, because they wanted to see.
And like Miggy was on the outside, and no one had ever seen this guy, and he was tearing people.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. So I think it's combinations. I think
you have to figure
CK
it out.
talked about the Nagby thing. I think Nagby's sort of the linchpin. Like,
I think so too.
How do those transitions go from the back line up forward? When he turns on that ball, who does he look for first?
Mm-hmm.
Does he see it first? Mm-hmm. Does he see somebody coming down that line? That he sends a great through pass to.
I will say, as far as not reading into much, I did like seeing the practice warm-ups between him and Almiron and sort of the chemistry that they're starting. I mean, speaking of chemistry, again, it's just practice and stuff like that, but you are seeing hints of that starting to develop before the
small
first game
touches inside of 4 meters. You're just swapping spaces, and it'd be great. Those are little overlaps that just confuse defenses. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's what you're going to want to see. And I wouldn't want to do a whole hockey style lineup. I wouldn't want to just say, okay, second team comes out, second half. That's not realistic if you're talking about development for the season, because what's more realistic is, okay,
I'd like to see key personnel groupings.
Martinez gets hurt,
out.
And our next best option is putting Carlton out there. So how is Carlton
Agreed.
running with the first line? Because he's not going to go out there with everybody he's playing with Atlanta United too. That's not realistic.
Agreed.
Unless everybody gets hit by a bus one day, that's just not realistic.
Let's not even put that
out. What's realistic for this Atlanta United team being managed by Tata is that those subs wouldn't come until the 80th minute. So
that's true. That is true.
That is the problem. That is a balance you're going to have to strike in the preseason, though. Is you're right. I mean, it would make more sense to put personnel groupings out there to bring in subs that are going to be more realistic to the game, but at the same time, you don't want to stagger them too much because you're going to inhibit their gameplay.
Right. You got to let them flow. Yeah, and I think no matter what happens, they should just have a penalty shootout at the end. I don't care what the score is. Let's just get a penalty lineup together, and let's just let everybody go at it. And we're going to figure out who this is before we even go into the season.
I mean, Tata needs the man's a genius, but at the same time, he did not. I mean, the fact that he said that they didn't even train on PKs leading up to that game is a little concerning. But at the same time, it's learning experience, I guess.
It is. I would have never said those words out loud. And why he said that to the public is beyond me. You can, that's a closed door discussion.
The blow, maybe. I don't know.
Say, hey, it wasn't our day, whatever. But to say we didn't practice it because So again, it speaks to his lack of plan B. He had a plan A. He assumed it would work, and when it didn't, it didn't. So then there was no plan B. So
but I think he learned from those mistakes, right? I mean, you started looking, especially whenever you're talking about.
If by learning by mistakes is you cannot practice penalty kicks, and that's fine if that's your angle, but don't say those words out loud. Don't tell me as a fan that you didn't practice the one thing that could determine the game.
Right.
Yeah, and don't put a rookie up first, put a center back in there after him. And then
I think this is a larger discussion, right? Which we talk about substitutions or lack thereof and sticking to a game plan.
Yeah.
If I think that you start to develop that
don't pull
now.
off the field.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we had this scramble whenever Martinez went out last year. We had another scramble whenever Almiron was out. I think hopefully this stuff starts to develop and gets a little bit more concise. I don't want to cut you guys short at all. I just want to keep you guys aware of the time. It's 1:22 now. I know we're starting at 1:30. So if you need to
this game.
I will try to get back to some breaks, though. I'm going to try to get back to some breaks.
I gotta go change into my costume, crunch some numbers.
Yeah, I got to go get my Pope hat. I got to get ready.
So you guys, we mentioned Andrew Carlton a couple times. He's going to be, according to Tata, he's going to be featuring a lot in Gwinnett. What are you guys' feelings about him? I feel like he's ready for the big time. And I think from the U.S. men's national team standpoint, I think he turns 18 this year, I think. Is that right?
I believe you're correct. Yes, I think he is. It sounds right.
For an 18-year-old to be on an MLS team and have the aspirations to be a key figure in the U.S. men's national team, I feel like he needs to be playing in the first division, not the second division, so to speak.
Yeah, he's got to have those minutes.
I think so too.
He's got to have that. He's got to have that resume.
Do you think that? I mean, do you think he's going to spend the entire season USL? Do you expect to see him maybe warm up?
What I hope to see is that he plays 90 minutes in Gwinnett and then comes across the street and sits on the bench, doesn't play, knows that he won't play. But I want him to be an option. I would like to see him making the 18s more often. So that if we're getting blown out or we're blowing somebody out, we
put him in.
throw them out there
like we did against Houston last year.
Exactly. I mean, in a situation, so I mean, you look at our team, and as good as Carlton is, it's hard to see him being a major
being able to play.
So
and if somebody is injured, I don't. It's the same thing. Like, I mean, it'd been great. Like you said, the 18 if he was in Minnesota, and you could have taken, you could have put him out there. Joseph gets his hat trick. All right, Joseph, come. We're not going to get you hurt. Let's go put Andrew out here and see what happens.
There's technically a spot, and well, I guess not. I guess you could think Romario Williams took Jacob Peterson's spot in the 18,
right?
But, I think there's definitely room for that. A little interweaving of the squad, especially in the summer. It's going to get brutal, I think, in the summer here.
It's going to wear on them.
Yeah.
At least we don't have another September.
It's true.
That was brutal. I think I should have just brought a tent to the Gulch.
It was awful.
It would have been better.
I mean, it was great, but it was also awful at the same time. It was just grinding. It was a lot of grinding to get through that month.
Yeah, I was just
hashtag my liver.
Yes. Yeah.
So how many? We got 3 poker tables set up. We have how many participants today?
I think there's supposed to be a couple more actually coming in, so I may have to go to a third table. But I think right now we're sitting at 14. I think we're sitting at 14.
And
so
you got rid of
tables.
rid of the buyback in because of you personally, right? You cut yourself off.
No. There's definitely a buyback. There's definitely a buyback.
So how many buybacks are you projecting for yourself today? Because you
Hope-
got up to what, 3 or 4 last week or last game?
Last time I only did one.
I think you only did one, but you were wearing your sad face for a while.
I was busy managing. Okay, managing the game.
Maybe it was just the threat of a buyback in that
probably was.
I may be mistaking it.
It was it. No. Just so you know, you're obligated to buy back in 3 times.
Man, I didn't know it was gonna,
Mostly for them kids.
Exactly.
It's all for the
exactly.
kids.
Exactly.
It's all for the kids.
Uh,
I didn't know it was going to be that expensive.
so what you're projecting today? Who's the dark horse that's playing today that you think might take it?
We have like a lot of new players.
We have some new players.
New players, great.
We do.
Oh, yeah, it's like I mean half the
Because none of the people that were on the final table are here.
Right.
Cheek's not here.
Lee
isn't here. You're right.
and I forgot the third guy.
Honori. I think I am butchering his name. I am, and I apologize. But none of them are here. So they obviously, they had other things to do. I know Cheek is working, and I think that's a poor excuse.
Yeah,
it's definitely a
saving lives.
Whatever. These kids need fields, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
if you guys are hearing this now, I mean,
It's
even if
preventative
you want to
medicine.
come out, they're doing raffles.
Yes.
Come out, hang out, have a beer, watch what's the big game? Can't say.
The
Can't
big
say another
job.
one.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
We make no money off of this. It's the Super Bowl.
Throw ball, I believe, was the official.
Throw ball, hand egg.
Yeah, whatever the condescending term for American football is.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we're out at Second Self Beer Company over in the west side. Pretty easy to get to. It's a good time.
It's a good day. It's a somewhat rainy, overcast day. It's a good day to be inside and have a couple drinks. So.
And they're going to be getting the painting out and get ready to make some signs for the season, for the marches.
Oh,
and so
really?
they do have that is set up back here in the back. And so
I was unaware of that.
they
That's
got
great.
poles and ready and everything that they need to do. And so people can try to get ready to go towards the season.
That's really great.
Yeah, we see a couple friendly faces out here. What about next event?
Next event for us will be so Nashville and Charleston. But our next event will be the season opening watch party. We'll be back here on March 3rd.
Yes.
For the game against Houston Dynamo.
All that stuff's going to be on Facebook, right?
Yep.
Facebook event page and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Make sure you guys go to Facebook, find Terminus Legion, like that page, follow along with that. And same with Twitter. Very active on social media.
Yep. And we're gonna have the Mexican Vittles food truck out here today. So
perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, they're out here. Yeah, they should be out here. I don't know, shortly. Yeah. And they're supposed to be, he told me they're going to be at our St. Patrick's Day game as well. So the 17th.
Great.
So it'll be the same guys out there. Lots of green beer.
Yeah.
Lots of green beer. Lots of Guzan jerseys, I predict. The old ones, if they do put those blue ones out, which I like, and Austin does not. But
I've seen a couple new kits this year that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
The all red I really dig, except for it's got some weird stitching on it. The 2 kits that I've seen, it's like a weird square block out on the front of it. I don't know why.
is bizarre.
Were you talking about that one? I agree. I didn't quite get that. The train tops I don't really care about, although I do care about the fact that FC Dallas looks like a train top. But the kits, I'm formulating my thoughts. Lots of misses. Couple hits, couple solid, singles, doubles.
I believe Greg Jackson put a big thread out there that got 8 bajillion comments about how much the kits suck.
Wow.
He's got a pin post on the Atlanta United Fans Facebook page, and every time there's a new one, he'll post, and then just starts going. NYCFC went out yesterday. The black one, it's got one of the new World Cup designs. whatever.
Yeah, the square thing in the middle is odd to me. Like I feel like you want to get
just a
some
weird block
clothespins and
Yeah.
like put a number on it like a runner.
I
mean, I don't know.
What it reminds me of is like whenever your mom would put patches on your knees because you're gonna be like fall rather than them getting ripped out. You know, that's what it's like. Are people just stomach sliding that
So we're
much that they
expecting a
just
lot
need
of belly
that?
flops.
Yeah, something
I don't
like
know.
that. I don't know. It's odd to me. What do you guys think about the peach? I mentioned it already. What do you think about the peach in the kit?
I'm fine with it.
Because that's pretty much confirmed, right? That they're switching from.
I just wish we had a women's team that would take them. I wish we could do that. To me, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
we tried it. We didn't have the same ownership group. But
Right.
the Atlanta beat didn't last very long up in Kennesaw, unfortunately.
And I just think that would have been the way to go with it, especially with the peach.
Yeah.
So for me, if they would just own it as frosted orange instead of peach.
Yeah.
You know, because like peach, we're not even the largest peach producer.
South Carolina is.
Yeah. So we just happen to be called the peach state.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was like a misnomer, right? It was the pitch state, pitch trees way back in the day that ended up
What about
being
creamsicles? Like
Or
the
creamsicles,
creamsicles.
I mean, I would not have chosen that color, but again, it's not awful.
My
But
problem
it's
isn't
not
the color. It's just that it just looks like a different tint of last year's
well,
away kit.
so Jay Riddle and I have decided that every away kit from now on will be the gray base, and then they'll work their way through the 64 Crayola colors.
Yep.
And then, so there's sepia, there's brick red.
Dude, burnt sienna is
burnt
what I'm
sienna.
looking for, yeah.
But we should just have the white shorts just to be consistent.
I was
See, I don't actually care about the trim. I care about the shorts because we keep wearing those stupid white shorts and it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like, we're gray. Like, hello.
Is it so hard to just make it a solid color all the way down?
I
Like,
didn't
would that
pick the
be hard?
gray. You picked the gray. So make it gray. Why we're wearing white shorts? That drives me insane.
That was the Toronto away game, right?
And RSL, and I think it was like worn like 3 times like that.
Yeah, we couldn't wear the red with it, right? For some reason.
Didn't they do it in
Because they want to lighten the dark color.
too?
They want to lighten the dark color. That's why. They don't want you to have black shorts because it's a dark color, and they want.
Who pays aside from the aesthetics from the fan, like you're saying? What difference does it make on the field? I'm looking more at the. I don't know.
I actually saw. That's also an interesting study on that. I'm dead serious here. So somebody put out there how the game changes for people that are colorblind.
Interesting.
And it was, scientifically proven that it took them like a quarter of a second longer to make the recognition as a fan watching the game, and that made all the difference in the world of how they experienced the game. But they could pick out light and dark.
So
instantly.
I don't know if you guys remember the early versions of the color watch for NFL where they went all solid colors.
Yes.
There was, I think it was Buffalo against somebody. If you were colorblind, you could not tell the teams apart.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
And I mean, this was a great study that I saw.
And
I mean, it had scientific backing.
They're trying to avoid They're trying to avoid clashes in shorts and socks. And FIFA like all uniform colors. They don't like countries that try to replicate, like France, the tricolor. Or Mexico or even Spain. They want to avoid like Spain
even our red, white, and blues.
Spain.
Yeah, they just want a color.
All red instead of the navy blue shorts because of FIFA, right? Even Germany had to go all white in the World Cup final because Argentina wore their black.
That's right.
So anyway,
I think what's clear to note here is that whoever is doing these uniforms has gone through all of the postings on our site and decided to start with none of those, no matter how good they are.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because there's some people out there putting some great uniform ideas. I'm like,
we have to go.
I was going to say, we're at 1:30 right now.
This is a hot button issue for me. But
I
I did with Design Football, we did a whole Elaine night design concept contest, and any of those are better than what Adidas comes up with. I do not want to talk about that stupid button template that's going around right now because
he's angry, and I'm going to go over here because I feel like he's going to hurt me.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us. We'll see you on the tables. Man,
am I going up first?
It doesn't matter who went up first last time.
You did.
So then, you'll go up first.
Okay, cool. We have a couple other people that we're going to have joining us.
Have any of them shown up yet? I keep looking in the camera view to see if they've walked up behind us. Oh, she is.
Kelly Francis is here from Mouse of the South.
I haven't seen Jay show up yet.
Jay will be here around 2 p.m., so he'll be kind of finishing out the show.
Right
I think. We're going to be recording until about 2:30.
You want to get Jimmy over here real quick before we get on the tables? Who? Jimmy?
Yeah.
I'll see if I can wave him while we're talking. But yeah, if you guys want to come out, it's still open. I don't know. We didn't ask if they have open seats. I'm sure if you come out and want to buy in, that they would not have any objections to that. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the record. But even if they do, come out, have a couple beers. What's up, Mr. Vance? Come on in. Good to see you. You're on our table.
Pulled out the beer on table.
you're on our table for poker today, so we're excited.
Boy, it's
we're
about to
excited.
go down.
We're excited.
Jimmy, you're one of the celebrity poker players, right?
I was notified.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Last
That's right.
minute.
There's a bounty on our heads.
Yeah, we got Jimmy Vance, 92.9 The Game. Beautiful game on
Hey,
Twitter.
guys.
What is it, 92.9? The Twitter handle.
At ATL Soccer 929.
That's it.
And do you manage some of the 92.9 The Game Twitter too? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything maybe soccer related that might be related to me.
Yeah. And also Stoppage Time.
And Knox Bardine, he does the soccer Twitter too. But I
Yeah.
basically take it over when there's anything soccer related.
How's it going, man? You got a beer? What'd you get?
The Thai wheat
Nice.
went down alcohol content to 5%. So trying to pace myself.
You're expecting a long day then?
I don't know.
Be on the tables. Are you poker aficionado? I know we talked. We had you on the show on
I used
Monday
to
night.
play a lot.
Yeah.
Like when I was in college, like sophomore, junior year, like 2004, 2005, it was like World Series of Poker hit. And I mean, we played like every night at the fraternity house and all around. So I was big in online poker too.
Yeah. So Kevin and I played a lot in high school, probably around the same time, 04, 05, and pay for our gas and all that stuff, playing poker tournaments every week. And then, we had friends that would play online, and then like 19 years old, cashing out $2,500 a week. Like, I was like Devin, our buddy Devin, who constantly had a giant wallet on Party Poker.
What's really shitty now is seeing people that we played with that were terrible that are still playing and playing in the world tournaments and winning like $25,000 pots and stuff like that. Now it's crazy. People that we used to play week in and week out and just trash that are now they've stuck with it for 15 years or however long, and now they're winning these huge tournaments.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
There's a guy from our high school that just won his second World Series of Poker bracelet, like regional bracelet, over in South Carolina.
Yeah,
no.
he won two. I think what did he end up banking last year? Like 75 grand or something like that.
Yeah, but how much does the man come for
That's
that?
true. That's true.
You really end up with like half of that at best.
Right.
So I think we are going to get started in a minute, just waiting for CK and Austin, get everything wrangled together.
Yeah, sorry, we keep looking away. We're slightly here, slightly there, trying to kind of play in between the two, and we're going to try to make sure we rotate it out. Last time, if you guys listened to the last show, we had some weird segues in between who was playing on the table, because Tim and I are going to rotate out each round, and we want to make sure we don't have any of those lulls, and we constantly have guests on. We'll be recording for another hour or so, depending on the guests we have coming out. Obviously, Jimmy's here, and dude, what is this? 2 weeks, and you've been on here twice? It's great.
1 week, twice.
Is it 1 week?
Yeah, Monday and Sunday.
Oh, it was last Monday.
Yeah,
less than a week.
The floodgates have opened. I'm just going to stake out y'all's house.
That's it.
To record the podcast.
So you guys are doing, what are you guys on, like, how many episodes have you guys done of Stoppage Time so far?
Last week's was 17, so it was a special one for us.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys going to keep doing that throughout the season then?
Yeah, every week.
It's not just an off-season endeavor.
No. That's every week. So we started it late last season. I think we started in early October or late September.
Yeah, I guess, man.
It was really late. Jason just approached me and said, "You want to do a Facebook Lives thing?" I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, talk more Atlanta United soccer. So I mean, it's been great, and every week Wednesday at I think 1:30 is going to be our set time.
That's great. It's good to see everybody kind of picking different spots. There was a lot of overlap towards the end of last year with different shows. I know that we were kind of competing with Now the South for time slots towards the end. So
that's why we went with that. We're going to stick with Monday night, 9 o'clock, whether there's
and Terminus Legion events. Apparently.
Yeah, Terminus Legion events.
Yeah, forget your wrestling. It's Monday night with Home Before Dark.
yeah. You might get a little bit of both depending on when you show up.
That's true.
Yeah. We can do a live stream of, dude,
us just testing wrestling moves out in the studio.
I don't think Kevin was as big of a wrestling fan as I was growing up, but man, I could probably talk 90s and early 2000s wrestling all day.
I mean, basically my Twitter is it's old school NWO and WWF, like Stone Cold and The Rock wrestling.
Oh yeah, man.
I know when I see those GIFs pop up, I get really happy.
Yeah.
Not that I wasn't the biggest, and this is going to be blasphemy, being in Atlanta and I'm not a Southerner, but I guess by now, I guess, living most of my life in the South.
Just embrace it.
I'm not a Ric Flair fan. He was never my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't watch a whole lot of WCW early on.
No.
Yeah.
I watched it towards, NWO and that sort of thing, Monday Nitro.
It's funny, like all of those have phased out, which I did. This is one of the first times I've thought about that. Was that like
WCW?
It was WCW, NWO, and then there was WWE or WWF. Weren't they all three? There was like 3 different events going on every week. I feel like
so NWO was part. It was a group inside of the
no.
WCW
You're right.
promotion.
You're right. So it was WCW and WWE or WWF.
Yeah, and so the way that it happened is WWF turned into WWE, and then that conglomerate bought WCW, early 2000s, something like that.
2001, I believe.
Folded it in. Yeah. They kind of had a lot of the same personalities, cut some. There was a lot of fat on that WCW roster they cut, and probably justifiably so. The guys that would be on Thursday night on Thunder or on Saturday night.
But that was the thing, is the beauty of competition. When you have competing people going at it, the product was at its best.
Absolutely,
and
dude.
that's what it was.
That's
like when I was in middle school, early high school, it was the best thing. I mean, it was every Monday night.
Oh yeah, I don't know a single guy that didn't have either the red and white or red and black Wolfpack NWO shirt.
I mean, the Austin 316 shirts.
I
mean,
the Austin 316 shirts. Yeah, had all those plastic wrestling figures.
Oh
yeah,
dude, they were ahead of their time because like they had the snapping elbows. Like you could bend them and hear them pop and that sort of thing. No, you're right though, because at the same time where DX came to prominence, NWO was going on at the same time, and you saw crossover with that, and the promotions were like calling each other out whenever, formerly 1-2-3 Kid, who turned into
X-Pac.
X-Pac, and then
is Undertaker still wrestling?
No,
I feel like he was up until last year.
He was. I think he was undefeated for the WrestleManias, and then his streak ended.
He was up until last year, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, how old is that guy? Like 55?
Probably, yeah. Who did he lose to? Who did they have him lose to in WrestleMania? Was it? It wasn't Brock Lesnar, was it?
I forget. I haven't really followed it
Undertaker
as much
and Kane.
in the past year.
That was my jam.
Yeah, Undertaker and Kane were a good pair.
I loved it.
And then Mankind was always the weirdest.
Oh,
one.
Mankind! Oh God, it's so funny.
Because early on, Paul Bearer was their promoter, their manager. That was the creepiest thing I can imagine. But
wasn't he Cactus Jack before he was Mankind, and then he went back to Cactus Jack at the end, right?
As well.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The what?
Dude Love.
Oh, this is going to be our next. We are going to start a whole wrestling podcast at this point. People are just like, "What?"
What's cool about 929 is Tony Schiavone is he does stuff for us, and he does Pro Wrestling Wednesday, so that's really cool on Wednesdays.
All right, CK is explaining rules.
Rules here.
I think we've got them. We played last time. Tim and I, we can talk amongst ourselves. I'm not going to pay attention to rules because it's charity. We're not going to get crazy. That's what CK is talking about. We'll just bring it down low.
Your word is binding. If you stay forward,
so, what are you thinking, Tim? How far are we going this time?
To the top.
Think we're going to win it?
To the absolute top.
I don't think
probably
so.
not.
I don't think so.
No.
Man, I couldn't catch a break last game. I was catching great face cards.
You keep saying that.
I was getting good. I had a couple of big pot wins. I did start whenever I started last game. You came in with you had a surplus whenever you came in, and then you built it, and then it just started once because they do 15-minute rounds, which we aren't used to. It's like.
It's true.
And that's what I learned last time is that your play style has to change. Where I'm playing every hand, I was wanting to play every hand as if it was the earlier rounds, but it gets much more difficult to do that whenever you have antes and it seems like half your chip stacks going in pre-flop. We've got, what did he say? 14 people.
All right, people. So, I'm about to start.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go do the same. Do you want me to? Grab
if you can grab Kelly or is Jay here yet? No. Come on over.
I'm gonna wave her over.
Wait. Yeah, I was gonna say let's swap out here. I can man the board and all that. I'll jump over to your spot and I'll put her here.
Okay, cool. I think I have 3 and 4 mixed up on those two.
That's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll know whenever I do it. So.
Okay, cool.
Kelly's bringing 8 beers to the table. Super.
All right.
Super good. All right, Tim. Don't fuck it up. Right here.
Be right there next to Kevin.
I feel like I need to drink while I do this. It's the only thing that would make sense.
Yeah, like I said, I applaud you for bringing 8 beers to the table. It's great. It's a good way to start.
Yeah, it's the only way you should start.
Just one flight, though. I'm disappointed. You really need one for both hands.
Look, I'm not an amber person, so she was trying to sell me on the ambers, and that's the
Me
issue.
neither. My ex's name is Amber. I'm not a fan. So
we're getting deep. We're getting deep real quick. Are there any other females' names I should not say? Amber's one.
No hard feelings. We're good. Nice to finally meet you officially.
Hi. How you doing?
My hands are gross. And coffee.
No, I feel like I shouldn't. Okay. Or we should just elbow next time. Next time I'll just elbow you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. So, what did you get for your flight?
Okay, so I got. I normally do lighter beers just because, like I said, I can't do the darker ones. But I got. I think it's called the AT Ale. Which is funny. Ha ha ha. Puns. But I got this, and then I got their newer one.
So the Triforce?
Yeah, the Triforce is right here. And then I got the citrus, which you said was delicious.
Yes.
And then the juniper?
Juniper?
It's not juniper. It's juniper. That's just not me pronouncing.
Gin?
Is that gin? No. That's not gin. Don't do that to me. No, I don't know. I was like, gin's white. So we're going down a whole different thing. I was like, there's no way gin could be in beer.
I like that you actually had to second guess it.
I was
Wait,
second
is there really
guessing
gin
it.
in this?
There's gin in this beer? Oh my gosh. I mean, are you sick?
Yes and no. I'm sick in that I'm sick, but not sick in that I'm contagious, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you're just like sick in the head.
Yeah.
It's like
No.
Congestion.
It's this weird bronchitis thing that's going around where I just am going to be coughing until I die for 6 weeks.
That's so interesting.
No, I promise. Not contagious. It has been happening for 5 weeks now where I've just had this incessant cough.
Have you actually seen a doctor?
Yes.
And they said,
yeah, she was like, it's going around.
Too bad.
Yeah, she's like, it's going around right now. It's 4 to 6 weeks. I'm going to give you this cough tablet thing to take, and good luck.
And you're on week 6?
I'm on week 5 now. So
okay, so it's almost done.
Yeah, like right now.
Is it like you can see the sunrise on the horizon?
Right now is the most tolerable it's been. And in the morning, it's awful. I feel disgusting every morning because that's whenever everything's kind of settled in your chest. And
it's all mucky.
Yeah, it's terrible.
This is wonderful. So while we're talking about this, I'm gonna take a sip of beer.
Yeah. See, I made the mistake
to you move my mucus.
I made the mistake of not getting beer before we started recording. Now I'm locked in, and then I have to rotate out with Tim. This is just not going well.
You know what I'll do here? If I don't like one of these, I'll let
it back into the cup and then hand it to me. That's great.
Yes, like a bird. There you go. Like a mama bird, just for you. Just for you.
Okay, so this is really going to be slightly awkward, but I'm kind of like a self-proclaimed Rain Man when it comes to faces and recognizing people's faces. And
are you?
So for movies and stuff like that, I'll recognize somebody that I saw in some random commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
That said, whenever I saw that you were on Miles of the South, I'm pretty sure your seat in Bobby Dodd was right next to mine or right adjacent to mine.
Was it?
It was in the back corner where I guess.
So like supporters.
So if this is the stadium, supporters was here. I was right here.
No way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were like 2 or 3 people down from me.
What was your row?
I don't remember all of that. I'd have to look at my badge to find out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that you were.
Yeah, I was tucked in that little.
No, I'm not pretty sure. I'm positive because
You're
this
positive.
is my gift.
The CIA should really hire you. What are you doing here? My Lord, your gifts. Wow.
But yeah.
No, I was in that little corner there. And yeah, so I was one of those lame people that didn't get a season ticket like when the game started.
So that was the same as me. So that's probably why it happened.
So that's why we were in the same
exactly
area.
Exactly
right. So I went to the first game, which was my birthday weekend, I think. Yeah, no, the first game I wasn't able to go to, but the second game that was home was in my birthday weekend. So my birthday is March 17th.
Okay.
And I think they had the game like March 18th.
Yep.
So all I know is like the very first Atlanta United game I went to, I was hung over as, can I cuss right now?
Oh, dude. Yeah. Ours is explicit. It doesn't change.
Fuck yes.
It's always going to be that way. It's primarily because of my irresponsibility when it comes to recording these things.
I literally, that's the hardest part. And this is a total segue. That is the hardest part about being on that show. And I love the guys. But when, if you were able to check out the last show, and nobody hears it because I had to cut myself off because I knew I was about to cuss. But I kind of made fun of Sam Jones's voice. Because I didn't expect it to be so deep. And then we went into this like whole thing about my voice being really deep. And I was about to say, you bet your sweet ass. And so I literally, you can hear me saying, you bet sure. And like, I remember that I was like, oh, I can't say ass right now.
I did not realize that Mouths of the South was not explicit.
Well, apparently you can say bitch.
Really?
And like, that's fine.
What is it? The FCC doesn't, it's anything that's
I
on the
don't
FCC
know.
rules or whatever
I do not know. But all I know is that like, there was a revelation at the beginning where somebody was like, oh, but you can say bitch. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I would have been saying that so much more often.
We'll put it this way. Well, you can say any of the socially quote unquote acceptable cuss words on the show. There are some that I think
bitch is acceptable?
Oh, well,
we're totally breaking so many rules right now. Bringing the girl on, she'll cuss and drink beer.
That's great. So
pull my mask back. I'm a man. I'm Sam Jones.
I'll pull mine back. I'm a woman. So it works out.
But no, so back to my story. I was so fucking hungover. I remember like we were supposed to have breakfast. Me and my brother were supposed to have breakfast before we went to the game, and I couldn't do it. I like to
equate hangovers and their severity to the point where you mentally are just like, oh no, I went too far. Like this is how I'm going to be for the rest of my life. This is the one time that the hangover is not going to be temporary. I screwed up really bad.
But the problem was I felt that like that night. So the issue was that I felt that, but it was before I went to sleep that I felt that. And normally you're lucky if you get that on like the tail end.
Yeah.
But I got it before I laid down.
Yeah.
The issue was you lay down and then you're like, oh my God, I'm on a ship. Everything's moving.
That's it. Yeah.
And you're laying down and it's just like it couldn't be the worst. But no, I had to like body crawl to the shower.
See, that would be interesting. I want to hear, I mean, it wasn't related to an Atlanta United game, but that's an interesting discussion topic for the listeners of like the most trashed you got at a game last year. So for mine, it was the New England game. And I think I talked about it on the show where I was taken to a game by like people that are in my business industry. Is that the New England
game where we just like won
7-0, I think was
17 -0?
It was one of those that I had taken Marta there from my office, and I had gotten way too inebriated to where I called it was one of those like you see the walls closing in, like the drunkenness is getting like
it's like the Indiana Jones of drunkenness.
It's too much. And so as it was
Cradle
closing
of Doom.
in, like while I could still talk without slurring everything, I called Tim on my way out of the stadium, like, dude, meet me at the Big Falcon. You got to take me home. I'm fading fast. So he gets me, he takes me.
Wait, what position were you in when you were by the Falcon though?
Oh, at that point I could barely stand up. It was awful. It was awful. We get in the car. It's one of those, like, I pride myself on handling my alcohol, where I just turned into a teenage girl and I start getting emotional on the car ride. And like,
I need you to record these.
This was
amazing.
After the hurricane, so I still didn't have power at my house either. And so we pull into my neighborhood, and I just go, Tim, let me out of the car. And I just get out of the car and walk the rest of the way home, not even sure I have power. I walk in, finally we have power, and I fall asleep on the couch. Don't tell anybody I make it home, and then I wake up to 80 texts of like, where are you? What happened?
My God.
Did you make it home? Terrible. And then I was hungover for a week and a half. It was just bad.
You were hungover for a week and a half?
I think I did some permanent damage that night.
Oh my God.
Good. It was not good.
Wherever you party, bring me with you.
That was definitely one of those that I felt like, oh no, I went too far. Like, I think I screwed something up.
Was that during the game or after?
It started before.
Oh, before the game even started, you were that?
Oh, no. That was after. Like, I called him, like, as soon as the last whistle blew is when I called Tim, and I just bolted. Like, I didn't even say bye to the people I was with because I knew I was in bad shape.
What section were you in?
That night, I was in the 200 level section, and the people that took me to the game, we were at the Hannah's executive thing on the second level, so they just kept bringing me drinks. And I just lost track, and I was so excited
how
because
many
the
drinks
score
you were
kept
at.
going up. It was. I don't know what I was drinking, or how much, and
there was nothing else that was taken though during that, right? It was just alcohol, right? There was no other substance.
No other substances. No, nothing like that. Unless I got roofied, that might be a possibility.
Who were you with that night, and what were they trying to do with you later?
I'll never
Do you
know,
often have people roofie you?
I mean, have you seen me? Who wouldn't want to roofie?
You're right. You're right. Be careful about that Duck and Donuts drink you got there, sir. I paid the Duck and Donuts.
Somebody doesn't roofie me at this point.
Like, it's a shame if they don't. How dare they?
Exactly.
How dare they?
But yeah,
oh my God. I can't remember how, like, I drank a lot at the games, but the issue was, like, I remember.
The difference was I didn't have to pay for it. That's where things got out of hand, because somebody was taking me out to the game on like a business.
Yeah.
Deal.
See, here's the fun thing. So I own 3 tickets, which I had to do because it was like I couldn't find any good tickets.
I did the same. I got 2. I did 2.
Yeah, and so I ended up having 3, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with 3 tickets?
Right.
And then I was like, brilliant idea, light bulb. I'll always go to a game, and then I'll bring 2 other people with me.
Exactly. Or you
and
can
they'll
do
pay for the
exchange.
ticket.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so what ends up happening a lot of the times is that I basically sell my tickets for a little over at cost.
Same.
That way I get some money, but I mean, people still will pay that. Because a lot of times, like, if it's your friends, they're like, I'm not going to pay $100 for a ticket
or even if
per
it's random
person.
People, I don't feel right charging $100 for a ticket because that's not what
that's not what we
that's not this community's.
That's not why we bought the tickets.
Exactly.
So my whole thing is, like, if I bring somebody with me, I want it to be somebody that doesn't necessarily go to a soccer game all the time.
Right.
And that, you know, $50 to $60 per person for a ticket like this is affordable.
Right.
Because that cost has actually gone up. But basically, so I've had people that will come and they'll go and then they'll buy me drinks while they're there. And I'm like, oh, this is another bonus to this.
But that was one of you mentioned something that was one of my favorite parts about last season, and I hope to continue to do that this season, was I think I had maybe 5 or 6 people that either hadn't gone to an Atlanta United game or had no involvement or awareness of soccer in general.
Yeah, soccer
and to see
live.
Them come to a game, it was so fun. I was watching them more than I was watching the game.
Thank you. Yes, I would do the same thing. I would cheer and yell, and then I would immediately look at them and be like, "Yeah, right." And it's just watching people that that aren't as involved as we are, like, feel as jubilant as we do, is one of the coolest things.
Right.
I brought 2 guys so I used to work at a golf course.
Oh, why are you not wearing your visor? I'm surprised you don't wear a visor more often.
I was a beverage cart girl.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I had to endure. So this is a side note.
Oh boy.
I hope the Me Too movement never moves to golf because it's bad.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Some of the things that has been said to me,
especially in the South, it's not.
Oh. No.
Yeah, no.
And they'll use words to make it sound okay, like sweetheart or princess.
No, it's not okay ever. It's one of those. I'm on the side of, like,
that's a weird beer. Okay, so that's the
juniper one. That's the gin one.
I might just pass that one to you.
I don't want it. If whenever somebody says, "Oh, that's weird," yeah, that's definitely not what I want to sign up for.
There you go. And if you like it, you can keep it, and if not, I'll put it back. Go ahead. Tell me what your thoughts are on that. It's like spicy. It feels like it's a spicy beer.
It definitely has some spice on the back of it, almost like there's ginger or something in it.
Right? Maybe that's why it had the gin on it.
Yeah, it's like a ginger ale beer.
Yeah,
like.
It is. I would agree with that.
I mean, I'm gonna drink it because I'm not gonna let anything go to waste. So
I will say for second self, I'm loving all of these beers, but Triforce is fantastic.
So that's the one I haven't had yet. So I definitely want to try that because it's new. No, I'm not gonna. I just told you I'm coughing and having.
That's true.
I will handle it.
I was passing that over because I'm a good Southern person, but like midway, I'm like, oh no.
You said it's weird and you weren't gonna drink it, I'm the kind of gentleman who's like, fine.
I tried.
I'll
mentally, though, my mind was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Like, no.
Don't
Please say no to this. Please say no to this.
Beer.
Please say no to this. Save me from myself. This is a terrible decision.
But no. So back to the golf thing. I took 2 of the members that I used to hang out with. What up, Christian? I haven't met you yet. Hi, bud. to hang out? We're talking about golf.
Another Christian's just here to set a new record for himself. He wants to be the most featured guest on the show. Hold on, let me see. Are you on 4 or 3? Talking to the mic, Christian, so I can see if I can hear you.
Oh, hello.
All right,
yeah, I can hear me now.
What's going on?
Yeah, Christian is on a mission to overthrow Jay as our most featured guest spot.
You're trying to take Jay down?
I'm pretty sure it's the only reason why he came over here. And like, he was on a mission to sit in that 3rd spot over there. He was like, I'm doing this. This is my chance.
What?
Are you watching the poker game? What are you doing?
No, he's looking for Jay. That's exactly what he's doing.
Jay's not here. I don't even know where Jay is. Jay got on to me about showing up on time.
Jay is just embarrassed.
Then he's not here right now.
He's so judgy. He's gotten so familiar and comfortable around us. He just judges me publicly, and I don't appreciate it. It's not nice.
I mean, he judges everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing that he does.
It's true. But it's just not nice.
There are so many offhanded comments that come on like off air to me.
Better or worse than on the golf course.
Oh, I mean, Jay's a nice guy. It's not like that sort of, but it's like.
Oh well, then he has a completely different demeanor with you than he does with me.
Oh, what kind of stuff does he say to you?
After dark.
This is all making so much sense now.
So
I feel like I need to take another sip of beer.
So we were talking about how we got involved with Season Ticket. I was telling Kelly I'm the Rain Man of faces. So whenever I see somebody's face, I can recognize them in a crowd.
We are going in a complete circle here.
And she and I'm positive, sat 2 or 3 seats down from each other at Bobby Dodd because, like her, I didn't get season tickets before the season. I went to the season opener, and then like that following week, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna get season tickets," and that's whenever I got them. When was your involvement? When did your involvement start with Atlanta United?
I put a $50 deposit down.
I just want to hear your beautiful voice.
Thank you for handling. Clear Podcast Alliance member here who knows how this stuff works. Thank you for keeping him in check.
You're
That's
welcome.
Tim's job.
You're so welcome.
I put a deposit down pretty early. I think I was like one of the first 100 people, maybe.
Wow.
Show off.
Yeah, seriously. Just rude. Just rude.
I think the first time I even heard that a team was possible was 2012. The U.S. women's team played at the Georgia Dome, and they were chanting, "Come on, Arthur, sign the check for the MLS expansion."
Were they really?
Wow.
That's the first time I was aware that there could possibly be a team.
And that's great. That's mansplaining at its finest. Just overlook the achievements of the women's national team by chanting for a men's team to be established.
Hey,
I am
so man, triggered. What's going on?
They triggered right now.
They beat Russia
retroactively triggered for the Me Too movement.
I love how he's doing this and I'm not. I'm just like, wow, that was said. How awesome is that? And he's batting for women. Apparently, women. I'm sorry, I am not his.
Exactly. Well, you're used to it. All those days on the golf course.
I've had to fight many a man. Trust me. Yep. Might be in small quantities, but I got you, ladies.
How's Tim doing over there? Is he?
Speaking of ladies, how's Tim doing? His stack looks pretty small. Like it's dwindling. I may not have much to go over. It looks like this is great. Well,
I had the glasses.
I don't know. He's serious.
Oh, damn.
He's got some like Las Vegas.
Legit as fuck.
You know when you're like in Las Vegas and you go to a CVS store and you're like, what's the shittiest souvenir I could buy from Las Vegas? And it's those Elvis sunglasses. That's what he's wearing. People, I'm giving you details.
The man check with the 2 fingers.
Oh, he just did the 2 fingers. Oh, and there was a full hand there.
Oh, these look like some sharks over here on our table. This is
do.
Not good. This is not good. Tim is looking sad.
He just looks utterly defeated.
See, I think I made a huge mistake here. This is we should have switched this order. I'll just stay over here the whole time because I'm not gonna have anything to play with, apparently.
You're ruining it, man.
Oh, first round? In the first round? I don't think that's how it happened.
Oh, he won to hand people.
Oh,
he wants to let you know that he won one hand.
Elvis says Elvis
acknowledges that he just won one.
His lone achievement.
Only one. You go, Elvis. What are you drinking, Elvis? What you drinking?
Beer.
I'm gonna have to figure out who Elvis is over here.
A clear Vegas survivor. Like, I don't care. Just pour
Look at
something in
this
the
guy.
glass.
He's got earbuds in. Is
Yeah.
that a thing?
I think that's cheating. I think he's getting tips.
Yeah.
Where's Jay?
I'm calling collusion.
Where's Jay?
Oh, he's in a van out back.
He's when is he in a van out back?
Again, after dark. All right, let's get this shit back on the road. Looking towards Nashville. We're a week away. Or
Oh
less
my
than a
God,
week
that's
away.
right.
Next Saturday. Are you guys going? Kristen, you're going,
I'm
right?
going. Yeah, I'll be
Kelly,
there.
you going?
I am going.
Cool.
I'm driving up and I'm staying in a apartment with a bunch of boys
Oh boy.
and a girl.
Oh boy. Great.
It's a party all around.
Sounds great.
Where are you guys staying? I feel like that's a question I have to ask
So it's
everybody.
close enough that Tim and I are going to drive up that morning and drive
Okay.
back that afternoon. We'll get back late, but it'll be okay.
So are you not
told
gonna
Tim,
drink much?
I offered him room in our Airbnb. There's an extra bed.
Oh no, I'm gonna. Well, that's plenty for he and I, as long as it's a twin size.
Only if it's a twin
Yeah,
size.
that's
Don't
the
give
only
them
way-
more room than
That's
that.
the only way I'm bunking with Tim is if it's a twin.
Okay.
Tim was just touching the other deck of cards. I think he's definitely there's something.
Did he just fold again?
Yeah, he just
folded again?
I know. He needs to man up over there. God,
My
this is
lord!
just gonna
Why
be
aren't
terrible.
Why aren't you playing?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know about this until it was too late. I think maybe.
Well,
can't
clearly
you
you
buy
weren't
in right
following
now?
anybody on Twitter because
Everybody knows, man.
I just followed Tim and Kevin and Home Before Dark. That's all. That's my 3 follows.
But did you guys see that Snapchat filter Tim made? That shit is
Yeah.
dope.
It is dope. I haven't tried it yet. I
It's
feel like
dope.
I need to pull out my phone and Snapchat now.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah,
I'll just snap a picture of Tim folding.
yeah, that's great. Or just snap a picture of the chips. I mean, it will
Yeah.
be like you could take a picture.
Like a momentous picture that there are that many chips
So
right
his
now.
filter has 4 poker chips
He's
at the
doing
top
it
with all
right
the
now.
his. So this is funny because the filter he made has 4 poker chips at the top with the logos from Terminus Legion, Second Self, Home Before Dark, and Soccer in the Streets. And there's 4 poker chips, which is eerily similar to the stack that he has in front of him, which looks maybe 4 poker chips. Is it time to rotate out? Are they not going to do intermission?
Oh, is there not intermission here?
Oh no, I guess
would
it's
intermission
immediate. I guess it's immediate. So
Finally meet you.
Tim, you can come down here. All right.
Oh, we're talking with Tim.
ruin the broadcast at all? What are we talking about?
I mean, no,
Did
nothing.
you ruin the broadcast?
Keep me
at all?
on task.
I ruined it.
Typical Home Before Dark.
Now we get to watch him fold and lose.
Yeah, I didn't.
He's drinking the beer that I didn't like that much. I took a sip of that and I was like, I don't like this beer. Here, you can have it.
What kind of beer is it? I
It was-
don't drink, so I don't know what the different types
okay.
of.
So it was I don't know. It's an IPA. I think. I don't know much about beer either. I'm a wine person,
It's
but
the
it's
Juniper?
the Juniper. It actually is not terrible. It just has a spice to it, and I'm not a very spicy beer person.
Huh.
So I think to myself, oh, this is a spicy beer. Here, would you like this, sick person? drink this. Warm
Yeah.
yourself up. Yeah, but that's basically what it was. Yeah.
So where's your compatriot at? Where's
I
there-
don't know. You know what? Let me
he's
grab
at
my
work,
phone.
Right. That's what Robert Swick, who's going to join us during one of the intermissions, he was saying.
Oh, Eric.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah.
Eric is probably
Jay
at
said
work.
he'll be here at 2. So.
Oh, well, Jay told me to be here at 1.
It is also it's past 2.
Jay, as much as Jay likes to blame Josh for never being on time.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin and I can always blame Dan for never being on time because he's the only
he
one
said
that's never.
he said 2:10.
Ooh.
He's
So
got
he's-
3 more minutes to prove us wrong.
He's running late on his running late.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's running late,
Exactly.
running late. Yeah. So you're not a poker player? You're not going to step in for Eric?
Oh no. So I'm saying this for Eric. If Eric listens to this, I wouldn't do your money like that because I would go all in with a really shitty set of cards.
Well, that's still potential for winning because right now he's just being blinded out. So,
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
What does blinded out mean?
That
See, I don't
means-
play poker. That's
Okay,
why.
so with Texas Hold'em, to keep the game going, especially in these tournaments, that the 2 people to the left of the dealer have to put in a blind. So it's the base bet for the hand.
Oh, so he's just losing money right
Right. So the first person to the left of the dealer puts in the half of the base bet, and then the person 2 places to the dealer puts in the base bet. So right now it's 50, 100 in the chips. So the person to the left puts in 50. The person to the left of them puts in 100.
So you're saying I should play and just play really crappy cards?
Maybe, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I win this whole thing, people.
Yeah. Especially
beginner's luck, right?
Yeah, and if you're going to be playing crappy hands and beating people, you're going to piss a lot of people off too. And that's always the best.
That is the best.
The only thing I know that works is like 2 of a kind.
Oh,
And then like I don't even know what the flushes are. Like I know that there are flushes, but I don't know what they are.
there's only 4 of them.
Is there
Yeah.
question?
Yes.
Is it allowed for me to like have my cards up and then like look over to a person and be like, what do I have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
See,
allowed.
It's
no,
allowed.
This is a serious setup.
Who
though.
should I sit next to though? Is my question.
The Elvis, for sure.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Have you seen Elvis? Oh, you played with
Yeah,
Elvis.
I played right next to Elvis.
Who is Elvis?
His name's Andrew. Other than that, I know that he likes to gyrate his hips. He likes to
Whoa.
get in trouble.
Oh, does he
dog.
swing his arm a lot? I feel like he's a swinging arm
Yeah, he
kind of
pretends
guy.
he pretends to play the guitar, and he's a little overrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see what you're saying there. He's
yeah.
a master air guitar player.
It's true. Very true. Yeah. Is
Elvis
yeah.
out?
My coffee.
Oh.
I don't think Elvis is out. I think he's going to grab another beer. I can't tell. I don't see a chip.
I
Yeah,
asked.
see his chips
Elvis.
there.
It was. Yeah. Oh, did you lose chips?
What happened? Oh, to your point though, with the asking people what you have,
Yeah.
I think that's going to be frowned upon in something this serious. So it
Why is that frowned upon?
No, well, I'll tell you, because I've had a couple bad beats whenever we used to play in high school and college, where people who didn't know what they were doing and didn't know what hands they had. Like I went up against a guy, final hand. He didn't realize he had a full house and he was going to beat me. And he's like, "Oh, I just have 2 of a kind," and I had him beat. And somebody was like, "No, man, you got a flush." I was like, I was just about to take all that money, and that was serious back then. There's like $40.
I just hit the microphone. I just did stuff. I'm sorry.
So anyway, I think CK takes this stuff pretty seriously. So if you don't know what you're doing, then I don't think anybody's going to probably help you out there. The dealer isn't necessarily
CK,
obligated.
you said CK takes his stuff seriously?
Yeah, saying
And he's
the guy
wearing
with the Pope hat.
wearing a Pope hat right now.
Yeah.
He is the Pope of poker.
He's over there skirting around the issue of
That's
gay
a
marriage.
great nickname. Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
You just went there. I love it.
Yeah, I mean that's Pope Francis for you.
It's okay. He needs to sprinkle a little bit of holy water on
Yeah.
it.
I think that's going to end up getting somebody pulled over
Wow.
with a suspicion of DUI. If they're
So we
driving.
were just talking about Nashville.
Okay.
And we were talking about us all going to the Nashville game. You guys are going to be driving down and then driving back.
Yeah.
I don't
He just
understand
offered
that.
you guys a
I
twin
know.
bed.
I know. And we've shared a twin bed plenty in the past.
Are you sure it was in the past? You don't have to lie to
The
yourself.
past was even a second ago was technically
Oh, that's
the past.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I didn't
That's
say
true.
the distant past or put
Correct.
any dates on it. Yeah.
You're right. You're right with that. You're right with that.
Now,
So
part of it is, and I'm gonna anyway. I don't get to spend a whole lot of like weekend time with my girlfriend because she works on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh.
So Sundays kind of like
why don't you bring her with you?
because she has to work Saturday. So
What time does she have to work on
she's
Saturday?
a sea lion trainer at the aquarium. So
Oh my God! Who's your girlfriend? Can I date her? What the hell?
So she
She trains sea lions.
yeah, it's pretty
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
still
amazing
waiting
stuff.
for
Hold
the
on, I
invite
just got
to the
really hot,
aquarium.
guys. I gotta take my jacket off.
So she works until like on weekends, like 6 o'clock.
So if you want to pass me her number,
you can buy a ticket to the
just
show.
slide that over. I'll DM.
Yeah.
That's
give-
amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Get to go see her. I have a season pass. Get to go see her, do her thing, do her
That
do her
is
shows.
so cool.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
Was she part of the one that did the Sea Lion Atlanta United thing?
Yes, she's got curly hair, long brown.
I'll have to
curly
go back
hair.
and watch
Yeah.
that because I remember they did something for the Georgia Aquarium with the sea lion,
Yep. Yeah.
and
they
it was
were-
for Atlanta United, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's so awesome.
It's like a pep rally video thing. Yeah, it was her, her friend, coworker Abby, and then I think another guy from production. But yeah, that was a cool video.
That was a super cool video.
Yeah, so
That's so interesting.
Yeah, that's the main reason I want to get back.
Okay, well,
on
she can
Saturday
stay at her job,
night. Yeah,
but I understand wanting to go back to that one.
yeah.
I understand that. Whoever you are, what's her name?
Angie.
Is she listening right now?
Maybe she's.
Hey, Angie, hit me up. I mean, what an amazing job. And
Yeah.
people like that, I'm just like, how do you, I mean, obviously marine biology.
Yeah.
It's so incredible. It's so incredible. I always look at other people that have like other dreams other than acting. And I always look at them like, really? You don't want to act? Like, what is that like? People that like want to be mathematicians. I'm like, oh my God.
I mean, certain people are obsessed with certain things.
That's so crazy. That's so, wait, what? What was he saying?
I didn't leave him with much of a stack. Austin from Terminus Legion's asking how much I left Kevin with. It's not very much.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Kevin's got a long way to go.
No, yeah. So we met on a dating app, Bumble, and then we met over. Like,
oh my God! So this is a success story from that, because I don't have success stories from that app. So
yeah, that's yeah.
It
turned out really well.
There you go.
Yeah,
Good for you.
And the first thing.
Have you tried Bumble?
I have, yeah.
Have you had success with Bumble?
I've been on a couple dates, but not really. No.
Yeah. See, he's on my boat.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
I'm a
show off.
Yeah, we have a success story for sure. Yeah, the first thing we talked about though.
Next Bumble commercial, these guys.
Oh yeah.
And the seal, just the two of them. The seal.
And we, she had. You're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
She had Atlanta United season tickets, so that was like the first thing we talked about.
Wait, did you also have season tickets?
I didn't at the time.
I see what you did there.
Oh. Yeah.
I see what you see what she did. Yep.
So,
all right.
Yeah, one of her coworkers that she had season tickets with, he had to move to take another. I took his season tickets to the games. So, like,
that's incredible.
Like a threefold, probably that success story.
That's weird how that works.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wow, where are your
down like 5? So we're in 120, right behind the goal that we attacked.
120. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in 113.
So I'm
like right next to the middle center.
Okay.
Like I'm that small section that's somewhat center, but not. Yeah.
So we were in 117 last year. The sight lines over there kind of suck for watching goals go in because everybody's standing and you're so kind of not vertical enough to see down into the goal. So we kind of got to look up at the Halo board whenever the goals are the ball's heading towards the goal. But other than that, so we switched. We got like 5 rows closer, no charge, which is awesome that Atlanta United lets you do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, I mean, at worst, we're going to have the same sight lines and we're going to be closer. So
yeah, and that's what matters. I mean, I had the option to change seats, and I actually legitimately thought about doing it because there's a, and I don't know who this lady is, and I hope she doesn't like follow podcasts, but I had a very rude lady that would stand in front of me. I get very vocal at soccer games. I feel like all soccer players should get. Not soccer. Well, I'm a soccer player, guys. All soccer fans should. I mean, I would yell. I would say certain things. I didn't cuss a lot. I mean, I cuss because that's who I am. But I wouldn't say certain things. But she would get mad at me for being vocal.
Well, she's at the wrong type of event.
She's at the wrong type of event. And so, you know, I had to reduce some of it because she would bring kids. And I felt like, you know, maybe I shouldn't cuss as much in front of kids. But
if it makes you feel any better, the same stuff happens in the supporter section. People bring kids.
Really?
And
they tell you to stop swearing. You're in the supporter section. Like, what do you expect me to do?
Why did you bring your kids here?
Oh, bless your heart, Joseph. Thank you, sir, for scoring that amazing goal.
Yeah, it's a little unrealistic. It's one thing, I guess.
I love how you're laughing. You don't even know the context of the. Am I that loud? Okay. He's making me feel bad. Who is that? I don't know who that is.
Salvador.
Salvador's making me feel bad.
He gave us a really cool chip last time. It's one of his troop from, I believe he's either a Marine or Army vet.
Oh, he's one of those
Yeah, from
guys.
one of the tours. He gave us a chip that has like his outfit's logo and.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super awesome.
Thank him for his service as always.
Heck yeah.
So
go Salvador.
So yeah, Nashville.
Yes, Nashville. Yeah.
Back onto it. So
I'm going to, and I know you're going. So we're all going.
Yeah.
I don't know where my tickets are. Like I have the section that it's in, but I think it's the grass section.
The berm.
I think so.
Yeah, that's where we are, which is just general admission, right? We find a spot to stand, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be a whole lot of Atlanta United people. That entire stadium is going to be red.
Is it an exaggeration that I saw? It was like 4,000 people are going to come.
I saw 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
Which is still pretty freaking awesome considering.
Yeah. I mean, well, how many seats is in that stadium?
About 10,000.
About 10.
So if we're going to be taking up 10% of their stadium. Yeah.
Well, the only reason we didn't have more was because they opened the tickets up to their season ticket holders first.
But here's my question. Would season ticket holders for Nashville not open up their tickets for Atlanta United people if they're like thinking, oh, well, maybe this is like one game I can just make money on? Or are they wanting to also then go to the game?
I think they want to go. It's their first game ever.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's very true.
When do we play them in USO?
I'm not sure. I don't have that.
I don't know that schedule.
Why not? I don't have the Atlanta United MLS schedule down pat.
So why don't we have the USL down? I mean, at least we can get the USL and then move to the
big leagues,
Team 1.
No, so we have Houston to start in Houston.
Yeah.
And then
DC United here.
Yeah, and you know what? The second, not the home game, the game right after. So the home game's on the 11th?
I think so.
Yes.
The 11th. The next week, we're also at home. And it's March 17th. That's my birthday.
St. Patrick's Day is your birthday?
St. Patrick's Day is my birthday.
Wow.
I am, by birthday, I am an honorary leprechaun. I'm not Irish, but I'm just saying.
Too tall to be a leprechaun, though.
I can.
You gonna go ginger for? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let me dye my hair red just for that day.
Yeah.
And I will be a ginger on my birthday. But no, I'm super excited. Like I'm.
Huh?
Oh, he just won. He just won. He wanted to let you know what winning looks like.
Yeah, he's giving me a surplus.
It's 1-1.
We're gonna keep that tally going.
At that point in time.
He got it just before the time was up.
Oh.
He won a hand right before the clock's about to switch. So we're about to have a line change here.
Oh.
Wow, how often do you guys switch?
Jay's here. He showed up, people.
Yeah, we switch every 15 minutes. Once the blinds go up, there's a little, not an intermission. The intermission's not until the next set of blinds. So in another 15 minutes, we'll have the intermission. Hopefully go get tacos. I'm starving.
Are there tacos nearby?
I think there's a food truck showing up. Mexican Vittles is I think what it's called.
I'm so excited. I am so hungry. I came here being like, there will be food.
Yeah.
And then all I saw was beer, and I was like, that's food. It's liquid beer. It works.
For me, I have like a full stomach of caffeine, just coffee on coffee on coffee, no food in there yet. So.
And you're ready. You're just going to plow through that stuff. I'm going to
destroy some tacos if they're out there.
That's exciting.
My roommate Kevin cooked me a really nice breakfast. So sometimes we're a married couple. Shout out Tyler.
Shout out. Oh, what's your wife's name?
Tyler. Yeah, my roommate /
Oh, okay. I understand what you said. Sorry, Tyler. That's okay. Whatever you guys have arranged between the two of you.
I think he hates how much time we spend together.
But I love it.
But I don't think that's factual.
Since him and his girlfriend broke up, he spends way too much time with me.
Aww.
And I think it's a love-hate thing. I mean,
it's just a love thing. There is no hate there.
Well,
it might look like hate, but it's just a lot of pent-up aggression where you're like, I love you so much that I'm mad at you right now. That's exactly what that is.
And last week I cooked him dinner, and
oh my God, you want to come over and live with me? What the fuck?
It was really good. It was this baked fish and
see, he told me I can cuss.
How good does that feel to be able to drop F-bombs?
Oh my God. That was like literally something we addressed in the first 5 minutes. I was like, wait, I can cuss on this? I have said a lot of cuss words.
Yeah.
To your commentary, if you see this girl cusses a lot, I'm sorry. All good.
No.
But why the fuck don't you live with me?
Well, I'm just now learning to cook, so.
Speaking of F-bombs.
Jay! Yes! Dude, Jay, I can cuss on here.
He's got Mr.
Get it all out.
Ooh.
Oh.
You told me to
He's giving him a skinny can of Diet Coke.
The branding is so good on this, though. The design is beautiful.
I was
like the same flavors. Yeah.
What's that?
The Red Bulls are like the same flavors now.
Oh.
The Red Bulls.
Red Bull. Like
Red Bull can?
Yeah, they have flavors.
Kevin.
That's so interesting.
Are we not switching out? Okay.
He's basically saying they're not switching out because he's winning.
Yeah.
He's afraid that if you go in, he won't win.
Yeah. Jay, you gonna pop a squat?
You gonna pop a squat?
Yeah.
Are you gonna sit and talk to us?
Where?
Right there. There's a
Right
fourth
here. There's a fourth mic.
We got you in frame and everything.
Hi.
There's a beer.
It's a 360. I have one of these. I haven't actually played with this yet. They are? Okay. It's literally sitting on my shelf right now staring at me. And I just bought a Steadicam for a cell phone. And I've been having that, and I'm like, what am I doing?
I'm still trying to learn how to use it exactly.
Uh-huh.
Because the pictures are kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
All right.
It works.
Oh,
Yeah. Jay's sitting with us.
Talk amongst yourselves for like 5 seconds. I'm not even going to be hosting my own show for like just a second.
Well,
Continue.
hi, I'll host. Hi, how's everyone doing?
Great.
We're all doing good. Hi, Jay.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Check one.
I can't hear you, so he's going to have to deal with my.
I can hear you.
Stick the mic close. Can you stick the mic closer to you?
Oh.
You're normally loud, but I can't hear
All right,
you
we're
for
at
some
2.
reason. Here, I'll scoot over more.
Wait, no, let me get my leg in first. Jesus.
No.
Oh my God, Kevin. You're so dramatic.
Shut up, Jay. I'm sick of you judging me.
You're so dramatic.
So much.
I
Should
hear
have come to
all the
bagels
time.
yesterday. Should have come to bagels.
All the time with the judging.
We're crackling a little bit. I think it's Kevin's loud whining.
Oh.
How are you doing at poker? I just got here, by the way. For
Do you
people
guys
listening and
remember
watching.
how little chips Tim gave me to work with? And
Yeah.
Did you see the mountain that I accumulated while I was gone?
It's a big
While he was
mountain.
gone? Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I didn't even wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
You
Pretty
didn't?
bold. Pretty bold.
Do you see Elvis over there with the sunglasses?
He is serious.
He's a serious player.
World
Lean into your mic.
series of
Lean in your mic.
I do.
There you go.
See, I told him that he needs to
Yeah.
get close to his mic.
You guys
I
need to
said
scoot in
that.
a little bit. Jay's getting clipped on there.
It's because of the
in.
background noise.
Get
Normally,
closer.
Yeah,
Be
scoot-
friends.
Can you
Scoot
sit
this
next
way.
to me?
Yes, come on.
Can
There
you
we
get?
go.
I just want to touch
There
you.
we
Get cozy.
go.
I just did that
He's
because I
very
want to touch.
huggable.
What? Are you complaining now?
What?
You're the
No.
one complaining now?
I'm-
I do like that hat though, by the way. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. So,
But I can tell you of some better hats that are coming soon.
well, here's the thing. Before you get into your
Wow.
plug.
Okay.
So
I feel like I need more beer now.
So since I started following Atlanta United, and just when
The
I
Pope
thought
is
I,
happy.
just when I thought I was getting into and learning about MLS, the Twitterverse, the soccer Twitter, started to pull me into like local grassroots soccer. I went to Georgia Revolution game, MPSL team that started up the other year down in South Atlanta. I went to some local reserve tournaments, stuff like that. But then there's this whole other sphere of all these amateur clubs starting up in the last year. So people talk about MLS growing, and so you start interacting with these people. And when you're interacting with their Twitter handle, you're interacting sometimes with the guy that started the team, that owns the team. And so the guy that owns this new team in Nebraska called the Bug Eaters
What?
has a tractor as a
What
logo.
a great name.
And I was obsessed with the tractor logo because Soccer Roundtable, check them out, Soccer Roundtable or Soccer Roundtable, I can't remember their Twitter handle. They are based out of here in Atlanta, but they do a lot in terms of interviewing and podcasts about local grassroots soccer and NPSL and lower leagues, PDL, all this stuff. And they had some guys, some journalists up in the Philadelphia for the U.S. Soccer Coaches Convention that the people may have known about it because there was the draft up there. And then they also had the USSF presidents were doing a forum. They were up there. And so they all got together with some of these guys, and Bug Eaters was there. And I guess he was impressed with the level of amount of other teams' logos I was photoshopping tractors onto. That I got this package yesterday.
That's so cool.
And he sent me this awesome trucker hat from this local U.S. company called Victory.
I'll write that down.
And it feels
I just
like
love
it's,
how every story now with you has you photoshopping something.
yeah, it feels like
But
it's
that
already
one
been
didn't have
broken
as
in.
much repercussions as the boats did.
Right.
It didn't.
I
It
have-
didn't have such fandom as the boats.
Yeah, everyone's okay with making fun of Southerners, but God forbid you put a boat on anything. It's social injustice.
Well, there could be social injustice if it's a raft. So it's not a boat.
That's not a boat.
So
Jay.
this hat, I've never worn this brand of trucker hat, but it's
Oh,
like
Jimmy's all in.
Jimmy just went in. Did he lose it all?
That just blew out the mic. a
I'm
little
sorry.
bit.
Kelly's broken her microphone.
did.
All it does is crackle when she talks into it
Lord.
now.
All right. Well, that's the first bounty that goes down. For those that are not familiar at these events, the
Jimmy
bounty
is
you win double chips if you take them out.
So I think it's the opposite with Kelly's mic. Kelly, you don't need to lean as far
yeah,
in.
you should lean back.
Okay,
you
fine.
You have the Kevin problem too. Where I'm
You
way
both-
too loud.
Yeah, you have the tenor.
Whatever.
So,
but I sound like this.
So I think that more like MLS gear should use this, because this trucker hat style is important to me because it is hot at Atlanta tailgates.
Oh yeah.
And Faction makes that style, and a lot of people wanted the Faction hats. Maybe not necessarily because they're like, "Oh, I'm in Faction," but they were like, "This is a hat I can wear."
But to clarify, it's not just like the trucker hats of like 10 years ago, which were
He's wearing a trucker hat right now.
Like, no, they're like a flex fit trucker
the netting
hat.
in the back
like, they fit well.
key.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's a snapback. If you're like, I don't like snapbacks. It's like, fine, wear your knitted hat in 100-degree weather.
I'm the same way. I love the trucker hats, but not those old ones that are like super wide and way too oversized. Like the fitted trucker hats.
This felt like I've been wearing it a year when I put on.
Yeah.
I need to go get beer, so I'm actually gonna try and pull Jimmy in so he can talk about his loss.
I think it's time to let the microphone recover a little bit.
Exactly. I feel like we need to rotate it out. This is disgusting. All right, so she's gonna get Jimmy. Jay, thanks for coming on. I guess. We have a running competition between you and Christian on who is the most featured guest on Home Before Dark.
I was just canceled out.
And you just upped the ante, which is great.
Is there a spreadsheet?
We have an internal.
We have an internal spreadsheet, please.
Yeah. So
we need Kyoto Football to certify the numbers.
Exactly.
Make sure there's no fudging going on.
All right, so back to Atlanta United. Get this thing back on track here. We're a week away from Nashville. Well, before we get on that, let's get back off track right as we were about to get on track. As Jimmy sits down with us, who just got eliminated. Why don't you tell us your feelings? Which hurt worse, losing then or losing to Columbus?
Oh, hey, Jimmy.
I meant that.
We're busy. Pope.
It's good to know that you've been replaced by a player that's not here, Eric, and you lasted long.
Wow. How's that feel? How's that feel?
Doesn't feel too good.
How's it feel to get thrown shade by the Pope?
Yeah, exactly.
I lasted shorter than a guy that didn't show up.
So what took place just then?
I had Ace King suited.
Oh no!
And the flop came
pre-flop?
Jack. I think 10 and like 4 or something like that.
Oh,
and,
so you pushed
and
chasing, hoping to get him off of it?
Yeah, I pushed and the guy raised, and I was like, I'm gonna go all in.
Oh man!
I got the 2 over cards, but he had Ace Jack.
Oh,
so he took away one of my outs.
Yeah. So that's a bummer.
That was it.
All right, so let's talk Nashville, guys.
Are you running a Coke ad right here?
Oh my God!
So Tim turned me on because
wait, just stop. I'm going to clip that there. Tim turned you on.
Right.
Continue.
As he does.
As he does after dark.
Can you dim the lights, please? So I drink Coke Zero.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of Diet Coke.
Right.
But Tim messaged me the other day, was like, you have to give these flavors a try. And I said, the problem is I don't go inside gas stations.
There's a ginger lime one over here.
Yeah. I just don't go inside gas stations.
Do you want this one? You just want to shotgun it?
That's the one I gave him.
What was that about gingers?
I don't like lime flavor. So I got that for him. But I got the other flavors I'm going to try here. And right now I'm trying feisty cherry.
Ooh.
Feisty.
Now, to get me ready, I chugged a Red Bull before I got these. So
great.
To put me in focus. Taste buds going,
Who's doing the shocker? Oh, shock! Yeah, I'm gonna shotgun this Coke. Yeah.
And so, because Tim and I don't drink, nothing against Second Self. They have great beer here. I'm told.
And great ginger beer.
And great ginger beer too. Their ginger beer is non-alcoholic.
Right.
And that's good. But I wanted to bring some Diet Cokes and try them out. In a setting.
I like to do that every
year. I don't
year
like to
with
sit there and drink by myself.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
Even if
You
it's
just do a Jay Riddle infomercial right
I like
here.
to do that every year with the
social.
The
soda
Lay's the Lay's flavors every year that they come out with. That's like my ritual every year they come out to go.
And there's a problem, like if you can easily ruin it because if you sit there by yourself with the bags,
done it.
You could totally just ruin the flavor right away.
Oh yeah,
you just
absolutely.
Eat way too much of one flavor.
Absolutely. And then you're burping. It's like, oh, it tastes like a weird chicken and waffles flavor from those chips that I ate the entire bag of.
Yeah, eat flavored chips responsibly.
Yeah.
Jay, is it true that your nickname in college was Feisty Cherry?
Feisty Cherry. That would have been a sick Counter-Strike name.
All right, so speaking of Counter-Strike, let's talk video games. What are you guys thinking about Fortnite right now?
Oh, God, Kevin. Kevin, you just started playing. You act like you've been playing it for a year.
Well,
you just started, right?
You started a week ago. Last Sunday.
So you're still on. You're still on the stuff.
No, I'm MLG, bro.
Yeah.
Super
I
elite.
don't think an hour has gone by where he hasn't mentioned it at some point.
Yeah.
It's affecting my dreams now.
I saw that you went on a diatribe on Twitter describing your dreams.
I realized that part part of that dream where we all scattered to the wind after collecting resources was very much influenced by a Fortnite memory of mine.
As an architect, do you appreciate more the shooting down of structures or the building of structures?
Yes.
Well
I saw on his Snapchat he even made his girlfriend play last night.
Made her? She looked like she was having a sick time.
She was definitely
Kevin
down to
probably
play.
couldn't get the controller back.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because she, just like everybody, you have that natural instinct to play regular or inverted. And so I play regular, and she's like having a panic attack because she couldn't figure out which way to look. And I turned it inverted. She's like, "Oh, I thought I was having a stroke. I didn't realize."
I thought you only
that
do
this is a
inverted
thing."
when you're flying spaceships. I thought that was the rule.
Yeah, that's it. That's the way I play too, and
We're
it always
playing
throws me
Eve.
off every time I do.
Anyway, what do you think, Jimmy, of Fortnite?
Yeah, no idea. I don't want to even go to
Have
the
you
description
found
of the
time?
game.
Have you been able to carve time out from posting wrestling gifs on Twitter to
Oh,
try video
you
gaming?
missed our whole
Yeah,
wrestling conversation that we had with Jimmy prior.
Yeah, you
to-
missed wrestling down here. I mean, it's,
Oh goodness.
we had a
Well,
great
I
conversation.
don't want to rehash for those who've been listening and watching. So
Okay,
you mentioned Nashville, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's talk Nashville because I don't think I've talked. We talked a little bit of Nashville with Jimmy last week, but we haven't talked about it collectively with the group of us sitting here. So,
Okay, raise your hand if you're going up Friday.
oh no,
Friday.
Friday. No.
Okay. And Jimmy, specifically Friday, there's something going on with 929.
Yeah. Dukes and Bell live broadcast from Tailgate Brewery and Music Row. We're going to do 1 to 6 Central Time. So we'll have some special guests and some giveaways.
Are you having anybody from the Nashville side stop by?
I'm going to be tweeting out to Assembly, that supporter group that's doing the event later that night, actually, at Tailgate
There'll
Brewery.
be an interesting blend because I guarantee you there's a percentage of Assembly supporters that are Atlanta United fans, or at least might not find all of them and admit it, but they're.
Yeah.
I know for a fact. I mean, Christian Chandler, who I don't know if you follow on Twitter, he works for Nashville SC. I mean, unabashed Atlanta United fan, right? But this is before they were announced for MLS, so it's an interesting dichotomy.
No.
And I know that after your thing, Assembly's having their own get together, right? They invited all the folks from Atlanta,
That Princess
Nashville.
Hot Chicken, right? Oh wait, no, that's just my
We
thing.
haven't gotten your part,
That's just
Kevin.
my thing.
But there's also on Facebook, if you go to the Assembly's Facebook page, they have an event going on Friday night. I think I sent it to you and put it in the chat, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that.
You're gonna go I don't know what time it starts. Like,
It's at 7, and our broadcast is from 1 to 6. So it's
Right.
a cool, get there early, have some beers, or hang out, have some good food, and go to that event as
so
well.
you have to be our
It's intermission.
I know.
home before dark scout. So you have to report back via Twitter what's going on
I will. I'll live tweet it.
at these events.
Maybe I'll wrestle Home Before Dark Twitter authorization from Kevin and Tim.
Or you just post content in our secret DM and we could shoot it out. But that's very cool. I'm actually not going. I know Tim and Kevin are not going until Saturday morning. We'll be driving up. I'll be going up there with my wife. And I believe that are there more specifics on the Home Before Dark hot chicken get together? Do you have a time frame yet?
I think we're planning on 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
It's pretty early for hot chicken.
Well,
No, it's never too early. It's
enough
24
time,
hours.
It's enough time to process it and get out whatever you need to get out before the match.
That's very true.
Uh,
Prince's Hot Chicken is open 24 hours. The
Yeah.
only reason I know that, I've never been there. Kevin came, he was driving back from Indiana. It was like 2 a.m. He's like, I know this place is open. And then he spent the last 4 hours of his drive back to Atlanta with hot chicken in his stomach. Yeah.
So you can people can follow the at Home Before Dark B and the number 4, and I'm sure you guys will tweet out something more about that. And then if you are in one of the supporters groups, or if you're in, or if I've invited those hardcore Home Before Dark listeners, if you are not in our club FIFA club DM and you want to know something about another pre-party going on, let me know and I'll DM me. I'll give you the details. And friends of the Home Before Dark podcast, I'm gonna invite out to the pre-part, the after Prince party.
See, that's the thing, right? R. Kelly made this huge deal about the after and then the after party, but I think the pre-party is where it's really at.
I think so. I think Nashville is gonna elevate the pre-party.
I think so
scene.
too. It's a scene that is, I don't know,
Highly underrated.
It's very, very underrated because everybody's
Yeah. So what I mean by that is there is a big bash with multiple supporters groups that have come together and doing a big bash in Germantown, just within walking distance of the stadium, and that runs up from 11 all the way up to the game. So if you go to the Prince Hot Chicken afterwards, I think Tim and Kevin, we invited you down as well, and you're gonna try and stop by. I think Jimmy and also Jason Longshore from Soccer Down Here.
And we're gonna get Mike Conti too, so you guys can meet him. So he's really pumped to meet all the supporters.
Tell us. So explain who is Mike Conti and explain to everybody.
Mike Conti, he is been with 19 in the game for like about 5 years, and he has done Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Falcons. He is basically almost, I feel, one of the big voices of Atlanta sports. And he is big into soccer. Like people, if you don't know, there's a good article on 19onthegame.com that's a Q&A. But basically, he is a big soccer fan, and he during the season he's always asked me and talked to me about about the team and stuff, and he was always interested. But he's going to be really good. I think if everybody just gives him a chance, he's going to be an awesome commentator, and he really wants to meet all the fans and stuff. So he's looking forward to that pre-party. The hangout. We're gonna probably do a Facebook Live to where the event is. So we're really pumped, and I know Mike is really pumped to meet everybody.
I know he has one of the more. You're right. He has one of the more iconic voices at 92.9 The Game. Game breaks and all that stuff. I'm
a longtime listener of 92.9, and I love Mike Conti, and I had no idea he was such a soccer fan. And when I read that Q&A with him, and I saw that he has a very large background in soccer.
Yeah,
I was super excited to have him on.
Yeah, he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great because he is. I feel like he almost camps out at 92.9 The Game. He's there all the time. But basically, the great thing is he's going to be there, and he's going to be able to talk soccer a lot more on 92.9 The Game, which is going to be really cool for us. And integrate some more Atlanta United features during the day parts.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think we're going to try and get Rob Swick, who's dealing right now, Terminus Legion. Yeah, give it a second. Yeah, we're going to get him on. We're probably going to wrap up recording. Thanks, Christian. Thanks, as always, for hanging out with us, man. And then, we're going to have Rob over here. No, it's exciting. Obviously, Adam Schick did a good job last year with Jason, but
he did.
I love Mike's voice. His radio voice is
it's great. I mean, it's Atlanta sports, and it's going to be great for Mike, and we're really looking forward to the season. Him and Jason, I think, are going to be the perfect combo.
Yeah.
People on the Twitter are saying the dream team, so we'll see. But we're really excited for the season. We're going to be up in Nashville broadcasting live, so we're going to have an hour pregame, an hour post.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great for all the listeners.
Yeah, we got Rob Swick joining us. The
Hey,
Swickster.
everybody, how are you guys?
From Terminus Legion. We're doing the raffle right now. What do you guys got going on with what are you guys raffling off?
We're raffling.
Your tickets have not been blessed. You will not win.
CK's over there with his Pope hat.
Get my list of
Kelly.
You want me to bless the tickets for you?
Yeah. CK's over there blessing the tickets right now. So you guys got signed jersey, right?
Yeah, so we've got a Kevin Kratz. Yeah, so we've got a Kevin Kratz signed jersey.
Krieg.
Yep. We've also got stuff from Sparkle Donkey, one of our sponsors. It's a custom scarf as well as T-shirts. Stuff from 92.9 The Game. Thank you, Jimmy, for you guys providing stuff like that. Also scarves from Soccer in the Streets and some Atlanta United swag packs.
Hey, yeah, and we sprinkled a few stickers in there.
Just a few. Just a few.
So we're talking about Nashville. You going to be up there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got family up. Are you from Tennessee?
So I grew up about 15 minutes south of Nashville and Franklin.
Nice. Yeah. That's the last time I went to Tennessee. I went to Franklin for Pilgrimage Festival. I went there for work, but I didn't go there for fun. But
yeah, it's a good place to grow up. It was one of those deals where I wanted something bigger moving down here to Atlanta. Also, my wife was down here, so moved from Tennessee down to Atlanta in 2008.
How did you become a Leicester fan?
So the Great Escape. So at the end of the season and the end of middle of 2015 when they went from dead last, just basically, all right, enjoy the championship to I think they won like 7 or 8 games.
Is that when Ranieri came in?
When who?
Ranieri came in, Claudio Ranieri?
No, that was still their coach that I can't remember his name, but he was still there. Ranieri came in the year after that because even though they won all those games at the end of the season to stay in the Premier League, they still kicked him, and they picked up Claudio Ranieri. And so the very first day of the Premier League season, posted on my Facebook page, It's a public post so everyone can see it. I said, hey, these guys inspired me last season. I'm going to root for Leicester City, and then they won the whole damn thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's they were an awesome story.
I mean, the most unbelievable Premier League story.
So
Leicester City winning it all. I mean, it's incredible.
It was cool because one of the guys that the Atlanta Foxes. So we actually have an Atlanta-based, officially recognized supporter group for Leicester City here in Atlanta. One of the guys that's in our group actually placed a $10 bet in England.
I missed it by one.
He placed a $10 bet for Leicester City to win at the 5,000 to 1 odds.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's amazing because $1 down, you get 5,000 back, right?
Yep. So, exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing. What are they giving away right now? Are they doing the jersey?
what?
We're trying to figure out math, guys. We don't want any kind of awkward silence or anything like that, but people are trying to figure out math.
I put my name on the back of them in case I was distracted. So
yeah. We got I think we're going to wrap up recording in a few minutes. We have 6 minutes left of the break. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to go get food. Is the truck out there?
Yeah, the truck's out there. It's a Mexican truck.
Mexican Vittles, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, Kevin's going to be playing for me the first 15 minutes of the next round, so I'm going to pop out there, I think. What are you looking for towards seeing in Nashville, or looking forward to seeing in Nashville?
I just want to see us play again, man. I've got the itch so bad.
Yeah.
It's one of those deals where I was sitting at work the other day, where literally I just was like, all right, it's only 2 weeks away from Nashville.
Right here.
This is an inside. I think this is an inside job. Right, Robert from Terminus.
Kelly Francis from Out to the South, just like searching for the raffle ticket winners.
Yeah.
92.9 shirt.
Yeah.
92.9 shirt. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Yep, that works.
Attaboy.
Small or medium? Yeah.
I think that's medium.
Large or extra large. That's it.
Yeah, no. The joke is, so I'm kind of in between small and large t-shirt size. So anytime someone's got a shirt, get Swickus medium.
Yeah, I think that's an actual size. I want to say some apparel companies will fulfill us medium.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no. So we're not going to see Tito. I think we're going to see a heavy dose of the youngsters out there. Oh, yeah. I also think we're going to get a heavy dose, at least a half of Romario Williams.
Yeah.
Just to see what he has to
Barco?
offer. Huh? Barco? Yeah.
Barco?
Yeah. El boat.
Poquito.
Barco?
I was gonna wear my Barco shirt, but it wasn't washed yet. I have a Barco shirt with like a ship.
I need like a line of all your memes and your pictures of a shirt.
I wish I had the funds.
A combination of all the photoshops of Barco
off my gifts.
I know, right?
I just feel like it should remain free public content. If people want to take them and make their own stuff, then they can go do that.
You know how people do like the 1 second a day videos?
Jay, you won.
Hey, Jay won.
Jay Riddle. This team
Winner,
is
winner!
lucky.
That's what happens when you buy all the tickets.
It's a winning strategy.
Yeah, winning strategies to come
I'm
here.
an XL.
Yeah.
I'm telling the public watching this. I don't know why.
Jimmy will win next.
No, I hope so.
And then just in time for me to win, we'll cut from the break. Yeah, exactly.
Now, what I'd like to see is somehow, Jay, if you could make animated shirts.
They had those in the 90s, right?
So, first of all, I don't know technologies. Second of all, this sounds dangerous. Like, people would be looking at it while they're walking down the street. They could walk in front of a car. I don't know. It just sounds like
that's your own damn fault.
Like, it's one thing if it's a truck billboard or something, but
last thing we need to do is waste taxpayer money on animated GIF T-shirt legislation. Hey,
92.9.
Yep.
92.9 the game. It's a good shirt. I know from experience.
Solid.
It's comfy.
It's a very comfy shirt.
This will complement the black one I got last year.
Yeah, the Atlanta United on my
mind shirt. You changed it a little bit. You added something. Did you add something at the bottom of or was it always the
on my mind?
On my mind, was that always there? I just never noticed it. I guess.
George on my mind,
okay.
baby.
I didn't notice it last time. So, anyways, carry on.
It's a solid design.
So, un poquito Barco.
Oh yeah.
Or Barco Poquito.
Are we painting? Are we painting? Raffle's still going.
Barcoito.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Barco on the field. I think he'll probably get 30, 45 minutes, and it'll be interesting to see what he can do.
He's going to play on the left wing, right?
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's on the
Almiron is still a number 10 behind.
I mean, unless you expect McCann to be the starter.
Yeah, that's true.
Or Greg Garza moved up to
Andrew Carlton. Excuse me. You guys keep writing off Carlton. The man is ready.
Well, no, there's a thought. What about McCann in the defensive center mid position, like in case Lorenowitz starts to get tired?
That's the thing. I think
that's an option.
I think he's definitely an option. I think he's more fit for an entire season than Lorenowitz probably is. Then again, we keep saying that Lorenowitz, the season's going to wear on him, that he's not going to be able to start.
Kelly's cleaning house right now.
Yeah. That Lorenowitz, I keep hearing this, that Lorenowitz isn't going to be able to handle the whole season. He handled the whole season last year, no problem.
Yeah.
And a better, more balanced schedule this year.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but we also had a more balanced midfield where Carmona and him were playing more of a defensive. I mean, Carmona would get up there sometimes. He scored a goal, but
dude, that goal that he scored against Montreal was a fucking banger.
But at the same time, I feel like Nagby is going to be pushing forward more, which gives Lorenowitz more responsibility, especially in the back three. So
3-2-4.
That was the Montreal game, right? That he scored that volley. It's a Montreal game.
No, that was Carmona. Was it Montreal or New York?
Was that New York?
Was it the New York?
He
was
scored
it
in New York.
New York
at New York.
He scored that one, and he scored versus San Jose on the 4th of July. Remember that?
Yeah.
Equalizer.
Yeah. No, but the volley, the sick volley he scored. I get those teams from the north with the blue mixed up. So
the blue for the cold north, right?
Yeah, exactly. So Barco we'll see on the left. See Romario Williams up front. Probably half the game at least.
Number 9.
A little bit.
Number 9, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
He's not really
He's
a
traditional.
he's not even a traditional number 9, really, is he?
Our numbers make no sense.
He plays more forward than striker, right?
Yeah.
That's what he did for Jamaica. That's what he did for Charleston.
So that's another thing with Tito being out. I guess we'll see Gressel on the right, but if they sub somebody out at halftime, are we going to see Vasquez, or potentially could we see Romario on the right?
I think you see Williams come in before you see Vasquez, because I think he's probably more fit to play a wing position than I love Vasquez on the wing. The same reason I love Gressel on the wing is because it's a big imposing guy coming barreling at you that you're not expecting. And I think that it did cost people fits last year whenever it happened, given it's not their natural position. But I think that you probably would see Romario Williams probably before them on the right. But I don't know. There's so much versatility between probably 3 or 4 guys on the bench to play, shuffle in the top 6 positions of the fronts, maybe 5, the front 5 positions. But because you still want to have that anchor in the back that I don't know that we really – I don't know. It would be Lorenowitz and it would be McCann or Alex Song. Can we get Alex Song in this team?
I don't care what it takes.
He's on a free.
He'll be a high TAM player. I mean,
we have a bunch of TAM, right? From Carmona, right?
We can use some of that.
Right. We do have to pay either Joseph or Tito down, which we're going to pay Tito down, right? And not Joseph.
Right. We can't use much of that 1.5
but
million, but we still have enough. I mean, we still have plenty. So.
The new TAM infusion is what we used on Nagby, no?
I don't think so.
So we still have that TAM infusion that's coming out of our own pockets.
They don't
and not
tell
out of
us
MLS
what we use discretionary and what we haven't. So I would assume that we would wait to use our discretionary money until we've used up all the free Garber bucks.
It's so confusing, man. And we're one of the teams that doesn't need these restrictions. We could be one of the franchises outside of a single
Orlando's
entity.
already used up their 2019 at this point.
Yeah, to bring in Sidney LaRue to make Dom Dwyer play better.
They're going to be like, this is all or bust. If they don't make the playoffs this year, they're stuck with whoever they have for at least another 2 years, and they can't bring anybody else because they're taking money out of their coffers for 2019 to just go all in. Price is like, if I'm going to get fired, I'm going to get fired bankrupting this club.
Yeah.
you have to head back?
Yeah, I got to head back. I'm dealing. So
yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Whatever, nerd.
And I think we're probably going to wrap this up. I think we've been going for almost 2 hours. So
you guys got here early.
Yeah, we started at 1.
Oh,
go ahead and get it.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead and get it going. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to head back. Thank you guys for coming out, and then also for the promotions and all that. So we'll catch you guys later. All right,
let's take a break.
Thanks. So we will be back tomorrow at our regularly scheduled time.
Oh, wait. I want to sign off.
Oh, yeah. Kevin wants to sign off. Kevin's going to sign off. Yeah, you're going to have back-to-back days.
Shut up, Jay. Cut this fool's mic. Let's do this.
What are you doing? This isn't Fortnite. Like,
whatever. I know it's not because you're here.
Yeah.
And you just abandoned us completely.
I wish it was Fortnite because then the bazooka would just blow up in your face right now, and just we could.
So Kevin, you want to take us out? We're going to be live tomorrow at our regularly scheduled time, youtube.com/only4dark. That's fully spelled out, no B, number 4. And we'll be back at 9 o'clock Monday. We'll have Joe Patrick of Dirty South Soccer joining us live in studio.
Jay is currently the leading co-host or guest spot, which will soon be eliminated based on his lip and his familiarity and overall excessive comfort level that he has come to acquire, that he has just gotten out of line and out of control.
He's going to be our Alec Baldwin to our SNL.
I'm gunning for Kevin's spot.
You're going to have it, dude.
You better keep on point.
Thanks for checking us out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. You can find all of us on Twitter. Tim, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Tim Herb.
Jimmy Vance, what about you, sir?
At ATL Soccer 929.
And Mr. Riddle.
JAY_Riddle.
Dan was not here, but you can find him as well at DNJMS. You can find me at The Architect. That's at _ARC, number 1 TECT. Collectively at Home Before Dark. That's before spelled B in the number 4. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for checking us out. Come out to the next one if you want to hang out. And as always, be home before dark.
And remember, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You need to know when to walk away. I don't remember the last part. See you guys.